Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Dennis, and welcome to the United Gamedom podcast, episode 74. Um, Impromptu, a little bit podcast today or this week. Both me and my co-host are on vacation, and decided we had a couple of things to talk about. So I'm here. I'm Dennis, and Darren is with me. Hello, Darren.
Hello.
Both on vacation this week.
Yeah,
So
not been much vacation for me.
you just started
Nah, it's
though,
just
I think.
well, I've been off since last Saturday though, but like the last sort of few days, I've been sort of been having my mother move because she's moving house,
Okay.
and basically this is she's pretty much moved out. I think she's just a little few things though, and then that's it though. So
So you've been doing a
officially,
little bit of laboring and moving.
yeah, labouring and helping her out and putting stuff in the cars, and then driving over to the other house, and then taking that stuff out of that car into that house, and
Yep.
rinse and repeat.
Yeah, moving day.
Moving,
Moving day over here is usually like the 1st of July. Like that's the universal moving day that everybody moves around these parts. So,
okay.
uh, of course, people move all the time, but I mean, like leases come to an end in July here, so that's why there's a lot of people that move around the 1st of July. Canada Day over here, so
Hmm. Yeah, it's like she's had the house sold for a bit now, and then she's just moving out, and like she basically has to hand in the keys tomorrow
okay.
afternoon now. But she's pretty much everything out there now though, so it's gonna be weird now because the fact is that's the house I pretty much grew up in. Like
Yeah,
I
it's your
spent like
childhood
it
home.
was well, yeah, I was somewhere else though, but I was only there for like till I was 7.
Hmm.
But like I was pretty much there till like till 2010. I pretty much grew up there. Like we moved down there in 1992. Now the
Hmm.
16th of October 1992, and I moved out then pretty much August of 2010
Okay.
next door. But like I spent like about 8 months of that tenure out in university in Edinburgh. So
Hmm.
basically about 17, 18 years I was there.
Okay. Do you still live with your brother, or you are alone?
No, it's he's been gone now for 2 years coming now. He left in 2015, September 2015. I'm basically been on my own since then,
Okay.
paying the bills and that there. So it's not been easy though, but oh well. I'll be getting a bit of money in due time, of course.
Being a grown up, that's that's what you got to do.
Yeah, and basically showing doing the moving and out there. It's like, yep, I'm pretty much fine for where I'm at, though I do not want to move.
Hmm.
Moving kind of sucks, though, because you just realize the amount of shit you have, and like half the stuff she probably has isn't necessary, and she'd probably be getting rid of it anyway
Yeah.
when she's starting some packing and that there.
Hmm.
Like at least I know what I have in this house. So okay, I have all my games, I have all my consoles, I have all my like bits and bobs and that there. So at least if I have to move, which I would never move,
Yeah.
I know what to get rid of and what not to get rid of.
It's like me. I kind of want to move, but when I see the amount of shit that I have here that I would have to move, some stuff is my parents because they don't have a big house, so some stuff over here is my parents' stuff. Like my sister and I have some of our parents' stuff here, so
Hmm.
and she has some at her house. Uh, but yeah, I would have to, like move everything, my stuff, their stuff, and I kind of don't want to do that, so I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just stay here.
Yeah. Like how long have you been in that house now? You have your own.
How long have I been here? Well, I used to live here with my parents. My parents moved out and they left me the
Oh, okay.
house. So I've been alone in this house since 2005 or 2006,
Okay.
around that area. So yeah, sometimes they come over and they they stay, a couple of days and stuff like that. So because it's kind of like my not my childhood house because I moved out of there in '89. It's more of my in '89 I graduated from high school, so it's not really my over here is kind of my grown up house, if I can say, like my adulthood
Yeah,
house. So
yeah.
yeah, I actually passed because one of my mom's friends lives right next door to where I used to live, where I grew up, and
Okay.
I passed in front of that house last week when I came back from vacation because we dropped my mother off at her friend's house, and we passed in front of the my old house, and that brought back a lot of memories. It's kind of funny
Yeah.
that I look at it now. I'm like, man, we had good times here. And
Yeah, that's pretty much going to feel the same way I'm going to be when I look at that house now. This it's just going to be strange, like knowing that my mother's not going to be next door anymore. It's going to be a complete stranger now.
yeah,
Like she been there since like it been would have been 25 years in October.
have you met the people who are moving in there?
No, I have no,
No.
I've never seen them.
Okay.
No, don't know. Like I said, just know it's been sold and not there, so I don't know who.
Hmm.
Like I'll probably see them about now once they move in and not there.
And your mom's moving like what, 15, 20 minutes away?
Yeah, she's been there for a while now. Anyway, she had that house over there, because she was planning to probably sell this house anyway though, but she's moved over there and bits and bobs like last November.
Hmm.
But like she's just the one. Then once she got all the like payment not of her mortgage done, she just put this house up and just sold it pretty quickly.
Yeah, she decided to, well, we're selling the place. And she
Yeah,
decided to move away.
yeah. She's like me. Yeah, it's just like up the road. Like it's pretty much cross there where I went to high school.
Hmm.
So it is.
Yeah,
But like it's not that far a walk. It is like about 15-20 minute walk. So it is.
yeah.
Like I used to walk from the high school to my house to the house though, like most every day nearly after school,
Hmm.
and it was like 20-minute walk or so. So,
Yeah, that's not too bad. My high school was pretty
but it,
far. I couldn't walk from my house to my other house that I grew up in. It was way too far from where I used to go
yeah,
to
like
school.
I pretty much when I went to college now, like I went to college in Uri now, like the
Hmm.
institute college, and it was like I had to take the bus in, so it did.
Yeah,
It wasn't like a walk now.
I always used to take either the like orange buses, like the orange yellow buses. We call them orange buses over there, but I think it's yellow bus that they
Okay.
usually call them. But we used to have those buses for, like elementary and high school
Yeah.
until I got, my car and my friends got their cars and everything. And we just used to drive to high school. But after that, college, I didn't. Sometimes I take the bus because it was easier, like when it gets really snowy over here and, freezing rain and stuff.
Yeah, I
I
said,
said,
fuck, I'm not taking my car
yeah.
in this weather. Just leave it in the house. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I said, fuck it, I'll take the bus. And that's like, that pretty much extends my thing for maybe 20, 30 minutes longer
Okay.
than it used to
Right.
take me to get to college. So I'd had to plan ahead. Okay, I have to leave. If I have a class at 8 a.m., I have to leave at, 7 to get there and stuff like that. So that used
Mm.
to suck, but yeah, didn't want to get into an accident or in traffic or stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
know yeah, exactly.
The buses have their own lanes that they go in, so there's never any
Hmm.
traffic there. So yeah, they used to be way back when. I used to go to school, which has been a freaking long time now since I've been to
Yeah,
school.
I know. Like, it just seems like yesterday I was still in school, but it's like been fucking 11 years now since I've been in university.
Yeah,
Just, it's just weird how time flies now.
I still dream that I'm in. Sometimes I still dream that I'm in high school or stuff like that. Going to class, I'm going to be late for class or stuff like that. And I wake up and I realize, oh, I haven't been in school for like 25, 30 years now. So,
No, I don't tend to dream like about high school or college anymore. Though I tend to have some dreams about like work, when I work like workplace though. And,
Hmm.
like some of them are just weird as hell though. Like one time I actually dreamt I was like robbing the place and out there.
Okay.
I was like weird as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta still dream about high school stuff, and I don't know, all sorts of mixed up dreams like that. But yeah, I'm really like a big dreamer. Like almost every night, I dream of stuff. Like I know some people never dream ever. They go to sleep and it's like, oh, I didn't dream, or they just don't remember. And I,
I I don't dream as much as I used to though. Like I remember I used to dream like very often now, and it's maybe probably every so often now I tend to have a dream.
yeah, I don't know what that
It's
that
just
means. If you have a an active subconscious, or it's other stuff. I don't know
yeah,
what it
I don't know
means.
what it is now.
But yeah, enough about dreams. Let's talk about
And moving. Let's talk about video games.
video
This is
game
going to be an interesting episode indeed.
dreams. So yeah, it's been what, 2 weeks now, maybe two and a
No,
half
it's been about a
weeks.
month. It's been about a month since our last podcast, which was E3.
Yeah,
It's been over a month.
but I think for me, getting what I got, it's been 2 weeks now, I think.
Okay.
So during the Amazon Prime Day, I went. I just casually went to Amazon.ca over here in Canada. Went to see what video games were on sale and stuff like that. Nothing really caught my eye. Then I said, I'll just look if there's some Switches available. So I take a look and there's a Switch available, and I'm like, oh, okay, $300. I said, oh, okay, that's worth it. So I bought a Switch with the blue and red Joy-Cons. Um, I also bought The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and a controller, the Pro controller, you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a Pro controller, which is fucking expensive as hell, but damn, the battery life in that thing is amazing. It is really, really great.
It's like, what, $80 or something?
Yeah, we're here in Canada. It cost me like $91 with the
Oh,
taxes
jeez.
and everything. So $91 for a fucking controller.
And that's like the equivalent of like maybe a special edition or something, or
I think
maybe
so, yeah.
actually not. Special editions tend to be maybe more though. But maybe back like a years back, that used to be a price of a special edition.
Hmm.
Or like the Guitar Hero bundles and that. There used to be like guitar and game used to be like $90 or
Hmm.
$100 or something.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, regular controllers are what? Over here they're like $50, $60 if you take a PS4 controller, or an Xbox One controller, regular controller. I mean, not a.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same price as a game, pretty
Hmm.
much.
So I said, whatever. I'll splurge and I'll get a Pro controller. I heard it was very good, so I'll buy one. And it is actually very good. Like the battery life in that thing is shockingly very long. Like it's really, really compare. I think it's longer than the Switch itself, which is kind of weird.
Is it better than the PS4 because that battery life and it's shocking?
Yeah, I think it is better than the PS4. The PS4 is very good. Xbox One, not so much.
I wouldn't say so to be honest. I think the PS4 battery life's pretty awful. I usually get like maybe 5 to 10 hours of it, and I like usually it's full time charging. It basically
Really?
is like about 5 to 10 hours, and then it's like, oh, it's empty again. And I remember the PS3 controller not being that case. I remember it being like taking ages for it to deplete.
Well, I don't have the original anymore because mine, the trigger broke. But I bought a new one that I've had for a little while now, and I mean, it's not, shockingly obscene. It's not like 50 hours, but it's still pretty good. But I think the Nintendo one is higher, like a higher count, more hours that you get from the Pro controller than the other controllers.
Yeah, like the normal Joy Cons.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't know the Joy-Cons had batteries in them. I was like, okay, okay,
I don't know what the battery life of it now though is. I just all I know is like the battery life from the Switch. If you have it on handheld mode, it's like 3 hours, which is pretty much the case.
yeah, yeah. I know. I brought it along this week. I went somewhere and I went to the casino and I brought like my father was driving, so I didn't have to drive. I brought my Switch, tried to play Zelda in the car, but damn, I just cannot fucking play with the when you attach your Joy-Cons to the console. I just
Yeah,
can't fucking play that way. I don't know what it is. I cannot play a game that way. It's not that it's heavy or anything. It's just the controllers are so far apart from, if you use a like if you use the thing that they give you with the Switch that you can place
yeah,
them
like
in
the grip. Yeah,
the grip thing, like even the Pro controller or something. They're so far apart. It's just I don't know. I have a really really tough time playing just by attaching my controllers to the Switch itself. I don't know. Like I had all I was trying to do a monster nest and I got killed like 5 times because I couldn't shoot a fucking arrow at one of them. So I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna stop playing. I downloaded something on my phone and played it instead on the phone. But yeah.
I can't really play games or something when I'm in a car or in a bus or something because for some I just tend to get a bit sick, like travel sickness after a bit.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, I get kind of I just get a like sickly feeling in my stomach. It's kind of the same way when I'm reading as well. When I'm reading a bit, I kind of get a bit sick after a while as well.
Okay. In a car,
It's
you
just
mean,
don't
or
know.
just regular?
Yeah, like when I'm in a car and like when I'm in a car or like in a bus or something along those lines. If I'm like playing a game or something on that there, then I'd say like after maybe about like 15, 20 minutes or so, I start to get like car sick or something. Just like oh, just I feel like I'm going to throw up, but like I'm not going to though. But just have that sick feeling in my stomach. And it's pretty much because of that there, and it's therefore I can't really play games for that long when I'm in a car or the bus or something along those lines. Now it's like that's why I tend to, play board games at home rather than like on the road on traveling now
Hmm.
because that's the way it happens. So
Yeah.
I have to be sitting somewhere static now, like maybe in a restaurant or something and play a game rather than like sitting it'd be the same way if I'm on a plane as well and something travel like that and I just can't play games for that long before I get sick.
Okay. Okay. Well, that doesn't happen to me, but uh, I don't know. Like, it just can't play with the Switch. With the Joy-Cons attached to the Switch. Like, it's too wide. I don't know why. I just can't play that way. I'd rather play with the controllers. So.
Yeah, but you never played like the Vita or anything like that. Now,
Yeah, I
have you?
did have
Did
a
you?
Vita. Yeah.
Oh, right. And how was it for you? That was all right now.
No, that really hurt my hands when I used to play.
Yeah.
Like after
Yeah,
an hour or so.
you prefer, yeah, that's the thing, yeah, because it is a bigger screen as well. So you don't like the two sides of the thing so far apart now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you're just more accustomed to basically a proper controller then.
Yep. That's pretty much the way I like to play with the Switch. So
So you basically prefer to play like on TV mode then.
on TV mode or just like I played some Splatoon the other day. My nephew brought his console over here. He was playing on the TV and I was playing on my desk on the stand up.
Handheld mode.
Yeah, but I used my controller though. I was having
Yeah,
my controller and just looking at the screen. So
yeah.
yeah, I prefer it that way or on the TV. I've never been a handheld type of guy. I've had a couple of like I said, I had the PlayStation 1, the Vita. I had a 3DS, 3DSi, I think, which I played for about 2 weeks in the summer, and I stopped. I just don't. I'm not a handheld type of guy. I don't know.
I like handhelds, but I'm not like really into them like some people are.
Hmm.
Like I play like playing handheld games, but I'm not like I don't go like out all the time and play them out there. Like there's people out there who tend to play like mostly handheld stuff because they're traveling all the time and stuff like that there, and therefore they're more accustomed to that their
Yeah,
way of playing games, which I can understand. But like I tend to play mostly like on at home now on the TV or whatever.
yeah. I know a lot of people love to play phone games and stuff like that. I just can't do that. I get tired of it after a while. It's like, okay, I kind of want to play this on a bigger screen, see where I'm going and what I'm doing. So, I don't know. It's probably just me, but it's it.
So yes, folks, that's basically D-boy Dennis, basically hater of Nintendo, bought a Switch.
Yep. The I used to blast Nintendo for a lot of stuff, but I mean, I'm enjoying my Switch, to be honest. It's not perfect. Like some stuff on that thing, friends, when you're trying to, I can't believe friend codes still exist in
Yep.
2017, and that there's no chat mode or chat parties or whatever on the console itself,
No,
which
you have to buy an app
exactly,
or download an app, and also like the way the chat system works, you have to buy like a different headset. And the way it's just like Nintendo doesn't seem to know how to properly, but like how online functionality works now, how they
exactly.
properly function online now, just the way that like with the friend codes and stuff like that, and the way they've gone with this whole Nintendo app and stuff like that. And also the fact is, you can't actually use the Nintendo app while you're using a, like if you're chatting to someone, and the fact through it though, you can't like exit it and then go on YouTube or something. No, it basically has to be on open all the time. It's not one of those apps now that can be in the background.
Yep, and your phone cannot go to sleep because
Yeah,
if your
either.
phone
Yeah,
goes to sleep, the app
and
closes.
the app closes as well. It's like, geez.
So you're gonna waste all your phone battery just to chat on that thing to play. I think it's only available for Splatoon 2 right now.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not even what's the point of using it then? I just basically I'll just use Skype or Discord or something. Then at least it's
Exactly,
a lot better.
exactly. Especially since it's a handheld, and if you're not like me, like attached to the TV, you can just use Skype on your computer or a tablet or something, and
Yeah.
just talk to people on there. It doesn't cost you a cent. Even if your phone closes, you can still talk to the person. So yeah, I think Nintendo, I think that's their major, huge flaw is that they don't know how to do party systems and playing with your friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just never been their strongest point now. Like there's never been that way. Like they've always been bad with their online, all the way back to. Because I remember, like when the DS came out and when the online thing worked in it, every single game that had online functionality had a different friend code.
That's
Like say,
insane.
hey, you got Mario Kart DS, okay, I'll add you onto my friends list or something through it. Oh, you got Metroid Prime Hunters, okay, I'll have to add you onto it with a different code. Like that's how it worked back
Yeah.
then. And then thankfully, luckily, they actually ended up, just used the one friend code then for the 3DS, so but still was using friend codes. And then the Wii U, I think, was you can actually just add their name then, I believe. But then it gone back to friend codes again for the Switch. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, didn't you learn your lesson?
that's why I thought when I tweeted out when I got my Switch, I was like, okay, add me to your friends list, and I just put like my name, like D-Boy, add D-Boy to your friends list, and I'm like, that's not how it works. And then I looked online and saw you have a friend code in your profile, and you have to give out your friend code SW whatever, so people
Yeah.
can add you on to the Switch. And I was like, well, that's dumb. That's pretty stupid. So, I'm so used to PlayStation and Xbox. You just give out your tag for that
Yeah, your
system,
gamer
your
tag,
gamer
your
tag.
username, whatever. I was like, okay, just add it on to me. There you go. That's no problemo.
Yep.
Simple.
Now it's like 12 numbers you have to add on. It's like, geez, yeah, that's very upsetting. That's the major point that I have, and a minor point is that the buttons on the Nintendo do not work as all other fucking consoles work. Like the A and the B, like they're not at the same place. Like
Hmm.
the A's on the right, the B's on the bottom instead of the contrary. So when I started playing Zelda, I was all fucked up. I was pressing the wrong buttons. I was like, "Fuck! How come? What am I doing wrong here?" And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they're reversed. And now when I went back to play, what was it that I played the other day on PS4? Not baseball, but something else. I was all fucked up in the buttons. I was like, okay, how come it is not working? I'm exiting out of the menu. Why am I? Oh, okay, because I'm pressing B. I thought this was A. I'm pressing the wrong
You're
button.
pressing it. Yeah, you're pressing X instead of circle or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, it's X and Y on the Nintendo instead of X circle. Well, it's X and Y on the Xbox, but I haven't played Xbox in I don't know how long. So,
It's been a year now since I've had my Xbox One on.
yeah, I unplugged because I only have on this TV. I only have two HDMI outputs, so I unplugged my Xbox One and plugged in the Switch instead. So the Xbox has been sleeping for a pretty long time now. So I don't know when. Probably when Crackdown comes out, I'll break it out and play it. But that's still a while away. But yeah, as I said, the games that I got with well, the game that I got with the Switch is Breath of the Wild. I actually downloaded Mario Kart 8 Deluxe the same night that I got Zelda. But the thing is, I was like, okay, well, I'll play some Zelda. Started up. Oh, you need this patch to play. I was like, okay. Well, I'll download the patch. It's a pretty big patch, I think. So I set it to download. Download quickly. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna download. No, I'm gonna play Mario Kart in the meantime. Uh, then I start up Mario Kart. Oh, you need a patch to play. I'm like, Jesus. Okay. So I
The wonders of the current generation.
was like, well, that's great. And so I have to wait until one of the patches ends, and I can go in and play one of the two games. So I played some Breath of the Wild. I haven't played a Zelda game since the original NES Zelda. So this was the first Zelda that I played.
So pretty much 30 odd years.
Yep, 32 years, I think.
The original came out in 86.
86? Okay, I thought it was 85. I thought it was a launch title with the NES.
No.
No? Okay. So yeah, the since '86, so it's been 31 years since I played a Zelda game. So yeah, I did. I got in and played. I enjoy it. Like I like the game. I just don't see the why people are so enthralled by that game. It's like, yeah, it's cool.
That is pretty much my opinion now. Like, I think people have just blown it way out of proportion. I think people just deem it as the second coming now. It's like,
Hmm.
oh, this is the way open world games should be from now on. This is open world perfection and stuff like that. It's like, I do not see that whatsoever.
No.
Like, I just, like, the fact of it is, I just gone back to it there today for the first time in 4.5 months.
Wow. Okay.
That pretty much goes to show how much I really. And this was my most anticipated game of this year.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I stopped playing it back, and like it was, I checked, like when I logged on the thing today, the last time I played it was the 12th of March,
Wow.
and today is the 27th of July. So it's pretty much like what? Sorry, no, yeah, 4.5 months.
Yep. Pretty much.
So it was since I played that game, and I played it there for maybe about 30 minutes to an hour. I was like, I like the game, but I just don't see the whole, hoo-ha about it at the moment. I just don't see what's so special about this game and compared to other games. Like, to me, like at the moment though, I feel this is going to be for me, my GTA 4 / The Last of Us of this generation, where those games were just critically acclaimed, just everyone going gaga over them, and I was just like here going aside, like, I do not see what's so special about this game. It's a well-made game. I'm not saying that it's a crap game by any means now. I'm just saying I don't get what's so special about this.
I don't either. I mean, it's a great game. It's fantastic. It's fun to play and everything. I think it's a little complicated. It's a little tough.
Like it's difficult. There's a few things I don't like. Like, I just feel the world is too big for its own good at the moment, because it just seems it takes forever to get to certain locations.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I want to get to this location. It doesn't seem so far, and it'll take like 30 minutes. Like, I feel it's just way too big for its own good. It just seems to never stop fucking raining every time I play the game. Either.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in a location at the moment though where I think it's constantly raining, and I have to do a certain task for it to stop raining.
Okay.
But when I was playing it before though, it just tended to rain mainly all the time. Especially, I'm going to cliff now. I'm going to climb up here and try to get to this location. And usually, flipping about half the time I did that, it's just stopped raining. So, oh great, now I'm going to slip off this cliff now. I can't go this way now. I have to take the long way around or whatever. It's like, that's what just annoyed me before now. And
that's it.
Like, I'm going to try and play it though and see and just try to get into it though. But it might be one of those ones that, like, I'm just going to be in the minority opinion here. It's like, I don't see what's so special about this here.
Yeah, I don't.
And I think that's what put me off playing it for so long as well, because just people going over,
people were going
ape shit
over that game. I mean,
insane.
Like,
yeah.
You'd think it was like, oh my god, the greatest game ever made. Holy shit. I was like, okay, I'm pumped to play this, and I played it, and I'm like, yeah, it's good, but I don't see the whole freaking out thing. Where does that come from, exactly? To be quite honest with you, so far I enjoyed Horizon way more than this. I think Horizon is not as difficult. The whole thing that I find is I take a swing with the weapon and it breaks about like after 4 or 5 swings. It's like, clack. Okay, well, what do I do now? I gotta find another weapon. Oh, I don't have enough.
I've gotten used to the weapon durability though, but it kind of did annoy me at the start though. But like, if you go around and try to find stronger weapons and try not to fight enemies and just try to find stronger weapons, then it starts to become okay though. It's still annoying though, but it's like, I could see why people like Jim Sterling, that was one of the main reasons why he didn't like the game as much as other people. Like, he gave it a 7 and people went fucking, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it seemed to be every mainline Zelda game now, there's been like a certain reviewer out there who scored less than
everybody
what
else
people thought it would, and then everyone went ape shit. Like Jeff Gershman with the whole 8.8 with Twilight Princess, people went ape shit over it. When Tom McShea gave Skyward Sword a 7, people went apeshit over it. And this time with Breath of the Wild, Jim Sterling gave it a 7, and people went apeshit over it. And like, judging from what I read the review and out there and seen like some of his points, and I was like, there are actually are points I quite agree with here.
Hmm.
Like, I am pretty much, I think I have the same opinion as him at the moment.
Hmm.
Whereas, like, yeah, like the weapon durability and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, it's annoying
The
and certain other
inventory.
things. Yeah, the inventory, I do not like that as well. Like, yeah, I can grab like 50, I can have an infinite supply of, materials and
Yeah,
stuff like that now, but
exactly.
no,
Yeah,
I can hold like 4 or 5 fucking swords.
yeah,
And you have to go either way and get like, the Korok seeds to increase your weapon inventory not there as well. It's like, okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I can grab like a million materials, but I only can have like 2 or 3 swords at the time or something. Like, that's annoyance as well,
That annoys me
especially
a lot.
because you just want to stock up on weapons like in case one of them breaks. Okay, I have another one though, but that's the thing. You have to go and look for the Korok seeds now, which I don't know if you got any though. Did
Yeah,
you?
I got. There's one side mission where you're going to the first town that you meet that
Okay.
thing that with the maracas.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to do a quest for that thing,
Yeah.
and then I did that quest, and then I expanded my sword inventory because I was like, okay, shields not too bad. I have good shields, and they last a while. Arrows, bow and arrow. I have a good bow that I found somewhere, so which for now is okay. So I need to expand because I got it like one or two good swords, but the rest is like tree branches and clubs and shit like that. So and they break like three or four shots and they break immediately. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then the thing that I don't like also is that the inventory is a little tough to get to. You know what I mean? I know it's on the D-pad and everything, but it's kind of you have to hold it down and then scroll through your thing, pick up your thing, and when your weapon breaks, you absolutely have to equip another weapon instead of it equipping automatically. Your weapon breaks and you have to equip your weapon.
Well, yeah. The thing is, I don't mind. The thing I don't like is about that as well. The whole thing, like, you can like quick select,
Hmm.
like you have your like different abilities, like your bomb and
Yeah.
your stasis and that there,
Mm.
and like the shield. The thing I don't like is like you can't quick select that way and drop a weapon there. You have to actually go in the inventory menu itself and drop a weapon or drop a shield or something. You can't do it through the quick
Yeah,
select.
exactly.
That's a bit of annoyance. So,
Hmm.
like, why can't I just do it that way? Like, the only way you could do it that way is basically equip it and then, like, throw it. But, like, I'll instantly break if you hit it, like, across a wall or something or whatever.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, I know it's a bit of a nitpick, but it is a bit of a, like, most other
It's an
games
annoyance. I
technically
mean,
can do that.
it's not a nitpick, it's an annoyance. Things should be this is Nintendo, this is Zelda series that's been going for a while now, 30 years plus. They should know how to make a fucking game. I mean, they should learn from, Witcher. They should learn from other RPGs how to make a good inventory system, how to get to your weapons quickly, how to get to your stuff quickly, you know. And weapon damage to me in video games is the worst fucking thing ever. It is really I
You mean durability?
durability, yeah. I hated it in Fallout. I hate it in this game. It's not gonna stop me from playing Fallout, or it's not gonna stop me from playing Zelda or whatever, but I hate that even more than quick time events. I think this is the weapon durability and the thing that it breaks. It's like, oh, and you can't repair it. It breaks, it's finished. So if you have a good sword, like I what is it? It's I think it's a Cavalier sword that I have, which is pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. It does a lot of damage. There's no way for you to repair the sword. When it breaks, it breaks. It's over.
There are a certain number of weapons that are like quote unquote repairable though, but you have to go to a certain vendor and you have to have certain items for you them to repair it now.
Hmm.
But like I said, that's for a certain selection of weapons now. It's not for every
You
weapon.
know, Fallout, you could repair your weapons. Witcher, you could repair your weapons easily, not go out of your way to find somebody somewhere in a dark cave somewhere. I feel like we're destroying Zelda, but that's not what I want to do. Like I really enjoy the game
Yeah,
a whole lot.
like as I said, I like the game, but I just don't. I'm not in love with it though, like so many people are. Like I think the world's beautiful though.
Oh,
I
it's
just
incredible.
it's a beautiful
Yep,
looking world. I still think it's a bit too big. It just takes seems to take a while to get to certain
it is
locations,
very
and
big. Yeah.
some places just seem a bit barren. No, but it's again, it's still it's fun to explore. But I just think this could have been maybe about 25% smaller, and the pie would
Yeah.
have been fine.
Yeah. It's cool that it's an open world, but it's a very big open world. It's like, okay, I gotta go back here. Well, you look at the map and you're like, oh, it's like you said, it's going to take me 2 minutes and I'll be there. 20 minutes later, you're still walking, trying to get to the fucking place you need to go. And it's like, okay, well, it's way longer than I thought it would take me.
Yeah,
And the fact that you have to place pins on the map to, okay, I have to go there. You place a pin, I have to go there. You can't, really. There's no like, okay, follow this road and go there. Maybe I'm used to following a.
yeah, that's the thing because you're just so used to following waypoints. So,
Mhm.
and I think that's why people like this as well. Oh, you can just basically don't bother with that stuff. You can explore to your heart's content. It's like, yeah, that's fun and all, but I can't do like to have a little bit of a,
Direction.
like they do have like the direction once you get. Like I don't know if you got that far, but like once you have to go to the four
Yeah,
to do the four
yeah,
divine
I'm
beasts,
past
they
there.
have
Yeah.
those. Yeah, they have those points now.
Hmm.
The yellow points, like you have the Zor, like the Zora domain, and the other, like Death Mountain and stuff, like for the Gorons and that. They have those
Hmm.
marks now, but for like side quests and the like, they don't really have markers now. I believe.
They do have markers for the
Do
cyclists.
they
Yep.
for side
Hmm.
quests? Okay.
They do have markers, but it's in the general vicinity. Like it's not directly, the marker is not directly where you need to go. It's like in the
Okay.
general vicinity of the place you need to go.
Yeah.
So I was looking for a camp that I need to free some sheep from a certain camp, and it took me a little while to find the camp because the mark was like somewhere, and the camp was like just a little away from the marker. So I was like, okay, well, where do I go now? And finally found it and got it done. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying for that. But I mean, it's overall it's a fantastic game. I really like it a lot. Haven't been playing as much as I want to because there's another game that has been taking all of my fucking time, which is absolutely fucking great that I love so much. But yeah, I enjoy
Again, folks, this is coming from a guy who hasn't played,
it.
who has not a big fan of Nintendo at times.
Just to tell you, the last Nintendo console that was in my house was an NES back in '85. So just to tell you how big this is for me to have a Nintendo console in my
So
house.
you didn't like didn't you have a Wii or Wii U or something like that? But that was like your nephews or something,
Yeah, I
wasn't
had a
it?
Wii for a little while. Uh, I played just a little bit on it, not a whole lot, but it wasn't mine. It was my nephew.
Yeah,
So
but like in terms of an actual
owning a
Nintendo home
console,
console,
yeah.
that was Nintendo. So yeah,
So it's been a while. Never had an N64, Super Nintendo, whatever,
GameCube.
GameCube, Wii or Wii U. Never had those. So this coming from a guy who openly dissed Nintendo a whole lot of times and said, "Oh, they're crap. They don't know what they're doing. Their game's always the same thing." Well, and I turn around and I buy one. So anyway, um,
What kind of alternate dimension are we in
yeah, it's a
now?
bizarre world now, like in Seinfeld. It's turned into a bizarre world. But yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy Breath of the Wild. I don't see the whole freaking out like it's the best game ever made, and it's probably be gonna be the favorite game of a lot of people this year.
Of course, it's gonna be.
A ton of people are gonna say, "Oh, it's my favorite game of the year."
Yeah, it's for our favorite game of the year. It's like, yeah, fair play to you. I just don't see it, but kudos to you if you do.
Same thing when GTA 4 came out. Oh, it's the best game of the year.
Yeah,
No, it was good,
that
but
was I was my most anticipated game of that year, and it was like on my birthday. Played through it. I was like, I didn't enjoy it as much as other people did.
yeah, I think it was extremely overrated. Zelda is pretty much close to that, being very overrated, and people freaking out. And I think when I say overrated, I don't say it's a garbage game. I just mean it's people hyped it up more than it should. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
they hype it up more than it should be hyped. Like there's some fantastic things in that game, and there's some truly not great things in that game. So, you know, well, we'll see how it goes down the line.
Yeah, like I don't understand. Like some people think, oh, this is the best, like one of the best open world games. Like they criticize certain things from other open world games, yet the Zelda seems to do some of those things, and yet it gets a pass. That kind of annoys me as well.
Because it's an adored franchise. Like if another franchise would do that, they'd probably get destroyed. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, same thing for GTA. When they did 4, people, oh my God, it's a big change and this is great. This is really a turn away from what they used to do. And I was like, this is not GTA. This is something completely different. Saints Row was way better that year than GTA 4 was. That's for sure.
Indeed, it was.
Was it 2 or
We're in
3
the
that came
minority
out
there.
that year?
It was two.
3?
No,
2?
two.
Okay. It was still great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The third came out the same year as Skyrim and Dark Souls.
Yeah, that was a big year. Saints Row the Third, still one of my favorite games of all time. So incredible. But yeah, other games that I got on the Switch, as I said, Mario Kart Deluxe 8. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, rather. That I didn't play as much as I wanted to. Like I played a bit with my nephew and, with people online, and I see how much I suck at that game. Like I'm really bad at Mario Kart. It's surprising how bad I am. So
I'm not like particularly great. Like I know like the sort of mechanics now, but like I love Mario Kart 8 online. I love playing. I loved Mario Kart Wii online. I know a lot of people hated it though, but I loved it back in 2008 though. But the thing is about that game sometimes it's just so completely random. Like, oh, I could be doing so good,
yeah,
and all of a sudden,
exactly.
boom,
Yep.
get hit by a red shell. Boom, you get hit by a star. Oh, boom, you get hit by a bullet bill.
Hmm.
Like, you see some of those videos online. Like, I don't know if you've seen that video now. I think it was Daisy, where she was she was on the bike and she was crossing the bridge and she got hit like numerous times. Kept getting knocked off the bridge like 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And end up last. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much Mario Kart sometimes in a nutshell.
Exactly. Yep.
Like something like those stuff happens.
Is that the one that she gets hit and hit and hit, and then she finally crosses?
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's crossing the bridge and she gets hit by a star, bullet bill or something, or red shell or something, and then she gets hit, falls off, goes down again, gets hit, falls off, comes down again, gets hit, falls off, and then I think she ends up last because of it. Then
Yeah. I think she was first or something, and she ends up.
probably, or like in the top, top half or everything. Anyway, though. I was like, yeah, that I wouldn't like to be that person playing that. I would have been so pissed.
Yeah. Even me yesterday, I was like third in one race when we played together. And I was like, oh man, I'm doing really well. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 get hit by a couple of things, lightning and stuff like that. And I end up, oh, look at that, I'm 10th now. Great. Awesome. So yeah, I don't know. Mario Kart is good. It's a good game. I really like playing it, but it's a very frustrating game. Like it's you could be doing extremely well, and all of a sudden, whoop, okay, I'm 12th now, or I'm 10th now, or something happens, and you know, Dan Reichert would say it's a game of skill, but that's probably not that's probably not what's
Game of
going on.
luck.
So you do enjoy Mario Kart a lot, I think, right?
Yeah, like I love Mario Kart 8. It was like one of my favorite games of 2014. Though
Yeah,
it was in my top 10 that year.
yeah, that's right. It's a remake of that game.
It's just basically it's just a it's just basically their Game of the Year edition, like or deluxe edition, which is pretty much all the DLC courses and a few new characters, like
The
the
squids. Yeah.
Inklings, Inkling kids. Yeah, they're new to this, and a few other ones as well.
Hmm.
And like they revamped the battle mode as well, because the battle mode in the original was not very well received. It was very bad.
Yeah.
So we revamped it as well to more of what it was like, in the older Mario Kart games.
Yeah, I played a little bit of that. That's fun. The balloon one is pretty cool. The shine one is also cool. Still shines, which is awesome. Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm just not good at it. I just don't. I need to get like a better grip on it and need to, configure my cart so it goes a bit faster. Because I'm always like I'm really behind everybody. Like I'm going to be doing really well, and then all of a sudden, whoop, people pass me without even, throwing anything at me. And I'm like, okay, maybe my cart's not the best one. So, do you have to play single player to get to unlock stuff, or is it all unlocked?
No, there's certain things you need to get the coins. It's like getting more coins. Like if you do go through the single player and collect the coins through each stage,
Hmm.
like certain number of coins unlocks you new items as well. And I think also if you win like the Grand Prix gets you a few things as well, I believe, but I could be completely wrong there. Like I didn't play like a whole ton of the
Hmm.
Mario Kart 8 now, but like, because I mainly prefer playing like online rather than the actual
Yeah,
single player.
yeah. Like I didn't
So
even
do
touch that.
anyway.
I just went online directly once I got the game. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I want to play this online, see what it's like, and playing with people all across the world, which is pretty cool. It's fun to see their little flags there from where they come from. It's fun. So yeah, just an enjoyable game. I'm not good at it, but I'll try to get a little bit better. Uh, Other game I got is
But what's the game?
what?
It's taking all your time.
Yeah, well, I got another one before I talk about that one. I got one to Switch.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you got
Yeah,
that.
I got one to Switch. I was at I was on vacation with my family, and it was raining outside, so we didn't know what to do. So I said, "Oh, I'll buy one to Switch. We can play that, together and all that." And that game is not that good. It's not really good. I mean, it's fun.
How much was it?
It was what's 50 something dollars.
Hmm.
So I saw it somewhere for 20 bucks, but I don't know where I saw it. It was out on the eShop during a sale or
That would probably be the most I'd pay for it. I wouldn't pay anything more than that.
yeah. But yeah, it's okay. Like it's fun, but after you've played an hour of that, it's like okay, I'm done. Like I've seen everything there is to see. I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore, you know. So there's some fun mini games and stuff like that, but it's fun, to play against people and try to finish first before them and all that. But yeah, it's no Wii Sports or it's no Wii Resort or whatever.
Wii
Wii
Sports was
Sports
what, yeah.
Resorts, yeah.
But like that's what Nintendo. I think some people in Nintendo thought this was going to be. This was going to be like people basically said this should have been packed in with the Switch.
Oh
Though.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Like they did for Wii Sports, should have been packed in with it, which is pretty dumb on their part. But yeah, it's no. I played a lot of Wii Sports and the Wii Sports Resorts, and it was way better than this. Like this is just a couple of mini games packed into a package. It's not that great. I don't really recommend it. I would say the most, if I had to go back, the most I would pay for it was probably $20. That would be the most that I pay for that thing. And there's no DLC. You can't download different types of modes or games or whatever. Like it's the same games over and over and over again. There's like 35, I think. Something like that. So,
Like I had no interest in playing this game anyway when I first saw it, when it first was first shown.
I was kind of interested. It would look fun to play with people, but
Yeah, like I had no interest in it
you can't
whatsoever.
play online and all that stuff, so anyway, that's my most disappointing one that I've played so far on the Switch, to be honest. I played the demo of Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I am horrible at Tetris. I am really fucking bad at Tetris. I was like, I should be pretty good, but yeah, I'm really not good at Tetris. I got killed by the AI a couple of times, so it's a good game, but it's not my style really.
The only Puyo Puyo game I ever played was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bee Machine on the Mega Drive.
Okay,
That's the only Puyo Puyo game I ever played, as far as I can recall.
that was related to Nintendo also, or
No, Mega Drive. It was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bee Machine. It was like it was like the characters from the Sonic the Hedgehog
okay,
series
yeah,
at the time,
Robotnik, yeah, okay.
and like Scratch and Grounder and them characters in it. Now you go against them. Like Robotnik was like the final boss in the game.
I was trying to find,
That game was pretty tricky as well, though.
yeah,
But I actually do remember beating it though.
I was trying to find who the villain was. Robotnik. I was like, what series is that from? Then you said Sonic. I was like,
Yes,
okay, yeah,
Sonic, yeah.
okay,
Or as he's basically known nowadays as
yeah,
Eggman.
that's it, yeah.
But I prefer Robotnik.
Hmm.
I always know him as Robotnik. I just think that's a better name.
Yeah.
Because I think Eggman was like the Japanese name for him,
Hmm.
I believe, and like Robotnik was like the Western name for
Of
him
course it's
in the
Japanese.
early days.
Of course it's
Yeah,
Japanese.
but I prefer the Robotnik though.
Hmm. But yeah, the game that has been taking all of my time that I got last Friday is Splatoon 2 that I'm trying to
So
get
you got it
Darren.
launch day then.
Yep, I got it launch day. I'm trying to get Darren to get it because it's I really really love that game so much.
I'm getting it eventually though, but not at the moment. Like I said, like I'm not gonna download it though. I'm just gonna buy the standard, like the physical version, because I'm not paying 50 quid for it.
Yeah,
Fuck that. I can get it cheaper online.
yeah. But I really like I love that game so much, and I'm actually not too bad at it, so that helps a little bit. So yeah, it's really really good.
No, it is a very fun game. No, like I played the first one on the Wii U, and it is a very fun game. So it is just really, just light-hearted fun. So it
Hmm.
is. It's not like don't take it too seriously. Now I just go around and paint your property and try to splat your enemies and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Though it's just a fun game.
Like I play mostly Turf War. I didn't really go into the ranked stuff. I played maybe one or two games in ranked, which is kind of like Overwatch ranked. It's like this is more you go to a certain point. Well, there's a tower defense thing, which you have to go on the tower and defend it. There's point to point that you need to defend, and it's more about shooting the other squids that come to you instead of like painting the
Yeah, paint as much as the area as possible in your color.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more about splatting the other team and getting the most time on the tower or the most time in the different sectors of the map and everything. I don't find it as enjoyable as Turf War is. Like I really fucking love Turf War, but I don't find the ranked stuff fun, and I would need to get a B minus in ranked to go on to the what they call it, the championship or something like that. I can't remember what the name is, but that's the highest level of competition in the game. So, like, you need to get to level 10 to unlock ranked, and then you need to get to a B minus in ranked to unlock the highest level of play. So,
I wouldn't go near ranked anyway.
yeah, it's not fun. My nephew loves ranked. He's like, hey, play ranked with me. I'm like, nah, I don't really want to. And he's good at it because he's more of the I want to splat other characters than paint the thing. Like he'd go off and just fucking when we play Turf War, it just goes off and try to splat people instead of
So in other words, he's the monster then.
yeah. He's the Call of Duty guy that gets a sniping fucking weapon and snipes people from across the map. But yeah. I really the turf war I love. There's some things that I'm not keen on, which is there's only 2 maps that rotate for about an hour. Like you're gonna play between 2 maps for about an hour, and then the maps rotate and you get 2 more maps, and then an hour passes, you get 2 more maps. So it's always between 2 maps.
I think I was pretty much the case. I think with the first one as well. It wasn't a big map selection when the game came out though. There was like maybe 5 or 6 maps.
Yeah, I think there's 6 or something like
And
that.
then they added more though as time went
Yeah,
on.
of course.
And, like they were all free as well, which is good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I hope
But
they do that.
I never really played the game much outside the first few weeks,
Hmm.
to be honest.
Yeah, now it's
Like I
really
enjoyed
popular. Like everybody's fucking playing that game. I added Ben Pack to my friends, so probably gonna play some with him if he accepts, of course. He was looking for people to play Splatoon with him, so probably gonna add him. I added Brad. He gave his code to Ben, so I took his code and added him. So we'll see.
I dare hate Aji though, because he doesn't really seem to add anyone outside like his friends, like his friends, like in real life.
Mhm. Yeah, like I don't expect to play anything with Brad, to be honest. But who knows? Maybe. But yeah, probably the map selection I wish was on a rotation more.
Yeah, rather just like the 2 back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll get the same map like 6 consecutive games. It'll be the same map
Yeah.
instead of changing to the other one, and that can get annoying a little bit.
Yeah, I just remember that being, like I say, yeah, I just remember it being a bit of a nuisance though when the game first came out on the Wii U now,
Mhm.
the first one. It's like, yeah, it's just a very small selection of maps.
And
But like, I'm sure it'll be the same way here where they'll be adding more maps and that there as well.
yeah,
Did you do the Salmon run mode?
yeah, I did some salmon run with my nephew again and a couple of other people, randoms online. It's fun. It's more of like a horde mode
Yeah,
for that game.
face thing, yeah.
So yeah, it's okay. It's not something that I really enjoy, but yeah, it's all right. It was okay. But that's pretty much what you get in this game. There's not a whole lot of variety. There's not a ton of different modes like Overwatch or something like that. But yeah, I really Turf War is pretty much what I play. I'm pretty good at it. I'm starting to learn like the basics of everything and how the maps are laid out, and and if you guys out there play Splatoon, ink your fucking spawn, please. Don't run away and don't run away and just try to ink elsewhere. Ink your spawn where you're at, and that helps sometimes when the matches are close. So The only thing that I kind of don't like apart from the maps is the sometimes you'll get really uneven teams. Like the balancing of the teams doesn't seem all that great. And I can play one game that we're completely dominating, and then the next game you'll have like three of the other team on our spawn just fucking inking us. We just you spawn and then they ink you immediately. You can't do anything.
Yeah, the splatcher, yeah.
So they splat you as soon as you spawn, which I think is not fun. It's not that great. It's not a good experience.
No, spawn kills in any sort of game, any sort of shooter, whether it's this one, friendly one like this, or Call of Duty or whatnot, it always sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And here it's one spawn point. Like Call of Duty now it's different. You'll spawn at different areas in the map.
Yeah, random, yeah.
But here it's the same spawn point, so they can just dive into the ink and then you spawn and they pop out and get you. Yeah, they have the weapons that have more damage. Like the weapon that I use is more for painting the whole place because that's the object of the game. But people will have like the N Zap, which is a zapper from the first Nintendo. I posted something on Twitter, an image on Twitter of that. It's the zapper from the first Nintendo.
Yeah, I think that was in the first game now.
Was it?
I forget. I think so. I could be wrong.
But yeah, that's like a very powerful, lot of damage in those in that weapon. There's the two dualies, the splat dualies.
Yeah, splat duties. Yeah, like Uzis or something. Or
Yeah,
pretty much.
they're pretty much Uzis, and they do a lot of damage. So sometimes you'll get a team that has like three or four of those guys, and they just camp your spawn and keep on, splatting you all the time, which is not fun. And then your team will have like the guys with the rollers. They just roll around with the thing.
Yeah,
Which
that was kind of one of my. That was kind of like my weapon of choice, I think, for the most part.
yeah, you had the rollers.
Yeah.
Like there's like three or four different types of rollers now. Like a carbon one, the smaller one, and you have a brush also, a paintbrush, and a more artistic brush. Like there are different. There's 30 levels in this game. Like you can go to level 30, and I'm already level 15, so I'm already halfway through. So, and you unlock a weapon for each level, which is fun. Gives you variety. But the weapon I'm using is like a level 4 weapon or something like that, which I think just the spray, the paint spray one that shoots like 3 different balls from different places. Like it's very very weak if I come face to face with an inkling and I have to splat him. It's very very weak, but I almost always finish first each time I play with that. So yeah, I get the most terrain done with that thing. So I'm talking about this, but I really really love the game a lot. So it's not Overwatch levels of love yet, but it's pretty good. It's pretty great. It's a pretty great game.
Speaking of which, we need to go back on that because Doomfist is out now, I believe, in publicly.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was gonna talk about that. Just checking my Twitter and my Facebook and posts. Doomfist has arrived. So we're gonna have to try that out either today or
Yeah.
tomorrow. Try Doomfist out. See how
Mm-hmm.
he works. Who is not sadly Terry Crews, but some other actor. So I guess yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. Pretty much the Switch. Not a whole lot of anything else. Haven't gone back to Battlegrounds. Haven't gone back to Overwatch. So my computer's.
You seem to be watching more Battlegrounds than actually playing it, though.
I watch a ton of Battlegrounds. I watch Patrick and I forgot it, Austin.
Austin.
And I watched the Murder Island. I think Patrick and Austin are more fun than Murder Island, to be honest. I enjoy their thing more. The one that they did with Alex and Vinny was awesome. It was really great.
I need to watch that episode.
It was fantastic. Like they posted it ahead of all the others that I haven't come out yet because they say, hey, we needed to post this first because, it's family and all that. So it was great. They ride 4 boats at one point. 4 boats going on the thing. And then Vinny tries to get a fifth boat. Like he tries to smash into a boat to bring it along. And then Austin just, Vinny, what are you doing?
No!
Yeah, it was a pretty great episode. The one that they just put up, Austin almost had chicken dinner. He was,
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
what?
Winner, winner, chicken
Yeah,
dinner.
winner, winner, chicken dinner. He almost got it. He was like final two. He got shot. It sucks. But yeah, I watch a whole lot of Battlegrounds. I haven't played that game in what, a month now? Coming up on a month probably. So that was a useless buy, to be honest. Should not have bought that game. Didn't play a whole lot. Unless we go back to it, but yeah, I don't know. We're probably going to get demolished if we go back to that game.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be one of those games to go back to anytime soon at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time with it though, but it's just like, yeah, I've other games I want to or higher on my
Yeah.
priority list.
I did try Final Fantasy XIV with you guys.
Yes, segue.
I did download the trial on PlayStation 4, and I played what, an hour of it, an hour and a half, and I was like,
Pretty much, yeah, about an hour.
yep, this is not for me. It's too complicated. I don't want to go through all the, the things, and it's a little too complicated. I didn't feel it a whole lot. I know you guys are enjoying it, but I I didn't really feel it, so I stopped playing completely.
Yeah, well, basically that is the game I've been putting the most time into for the past month. Like since it came, the early access of Stormblood's come out. I've practically played it practically every day. And I think it's been only like a couple of days since the launch that I've not played it whatsoever. But I've that's basically the main game I've played over the last month. Is Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. And at the moment, it is my second favorite game of the year because of it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just absolutely cannot get enough. And like the thing is that there's not like that much. There's no new content now because I've pretty much did all. Like the only content that I need to do, like get to now, is the Savage version, Savage Omega stuff, which is basically this end game content. For those that don't know, it's like there's like the normal mode of Omega, which is like these four different, like these Omega, like Delta Skip version 1, Delta Skip version 2, and they're just basically a boss. Each of them consist of a boss.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually the final 4 bosses, I believe, from Final Fantasy V.
Mm-hmm.
So they are all bosses from Final Fantasy V. So there's that, and there's also the Savage versions of them, which are basically the same bosses, but they are harder versions. And they do like they're like they have some of the same attacks though, but they don't be in the same order. They're different. The way they do their attacks are different to their normal version. Hence, you need like to be a higher level,
Mm-hmm.
higher item level to do them rather than like the normal item level. It's pretty much like, Destiny, for example, where in order to do this strike or to do this raid, you need to be a certain light level. Where it's the same way in this here. Like in order to get to do the rest of them, like I need to get to item 315 at the moment. I'm only at 314.
Okay.
So I just need to get to another level and get to so I can do the second Savage version 2.0 Savage in Omega.
Okay.
And then the other last two are 320. So
Is it exactly the
and the way
same
to get
thing, except harder?
yeah, like I said, that was explained. Yeah, it's basically the same bosses, but they're harder.
Okay.
Like they have different like attacks and so they do, and they're like and also is there like on a timer as well, whereas you need to beat them in a certain time, or else they're going to do a thing called enrage at the end, which is basically an attack. It just basically wipes the party out. He's like, it's unavoidable.
Hmm.
Like you don't have like a timer now. Like the only thing you have a timer is like once you enter a thing with a party, like you have 16 minutes overall to like defeat this
Okay.
boss. Like you might wipe and it's like, okay, we still have time to do it again and again and again. But in order, like it's like usually about 10 to 15 minutes or so you have, and then once you get to a point, it's like, okay, it's enraged, therefore we failed it, though we have to, they're going to get wiped and we'll have to do it again. Now that's, so it is like, for example, the first boss Savage is this called, I think it's Alterote. It's like this like serpent dragon creature, and his enraged thing is basically AoE attacks all over the arena, basically unavoidable. Therefore, that's it. You're dead.
Hmm.
That's it's pretty much its enraged attack. So it
Okay.
is. Um, but yeah, like I've been playing it constantly. I joined a new FC, a free company, which is basically their version of a guild.
Okay.
Um, so it's called the Holy Trinity Knights, and basically it's a very very friendly group though. I've been really enjoying like talking to them and doing stuff with them and helping other FC members out though when they're like, some of them are like leveling up and doing okay. I need help. Does anyone want to do this dungeon with me, or I want to do this trial with me? I tend to help out as I can if I'm like not too busy doing other stuff. And also since I've like maxed up my black mage at the moment though, and doing some of the end game stuff, I'm like leveling up another class now, which is the gladiator slash paladin, which is a tank class, which of course is like you have your three main roles. You have your tank, which is basically the one who beats up at the boss and takes the damage, takes the blunt of the damage, and try to keep the aggro on you now. There's the DPS, which is basically the one who does the most damage to the boss or enemies in that there. And of course there's the healer, which its jobs to heal DPS characters and tanks and also themselves, and try not to
Hmm.
keep them up and try not to get them killed now and stuff like that as well. And if they go down, it's their job to resurrect them as soon as they can as well.
Hmm.
So I've just started leveling up a tank. I'm currently level 43, I believe, now with my paladin. So I'm getting there. I'm taking my time. So hopefully in the next couple of months I'll have it ranked up to level 70. So therefore I have two classes at level 70, because I'm not going to go through every single class now. Like that's, I'm just going to go, okay, I'm just going to choose one. I've got my DPS, which is my black mage.
Hmm.
I'm going to have my tank, which is my paladin. And then once I've got my paladin up to 70, then I'm going to probably start it on a healer class and level it up to 70. And then that's it. Okay, I've got one of each role in at the max level or whatever. And it's like, okay, if I need a healer, I've got a healer. If I need a tank, I've got a tank.
Hmm.
Rather than it's like, oh, I'm just a DPS at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm no good there. I'm only DPS. Also, sometimes in when you're doing a party finder, like looking for a group, the DPS tends to be the biggest queue, because a lot of people tend to play as DPS characters rather than tanks or healers now,
Hmm.
and therefore that's the thing. That's been the great thing about doing some of those early dungeons again as a tank. It's like I just enter it and like within 5 minutes, oh, there you go, in instantly. It's awesome. I don't have to wait like 30 minutes to an hour now. So they like if I was with a DPS character now.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm just absolutely loving that game again. Like I wanted to get, like I said, I was ready for it though. I was all up to date when Stormblood came out, and I got the game then and pretty much played it every day and got up to 70. Like this time around, I think it was easier to level up and get to 70 faster, because there's just certain things in this one now that you can, like, you got a lot of experience doing PvP before they sort of nerfed it, where you got less PvP experience by
Yeah.
losing. Like you do like the fates not there, of course. Do the side, the your challenges and that there as well. if you there's these certain like challenges you do, you get a bunch of experience. Like do 5 random dungeons, you get a bunch of experience as well. And it just took a shorter time to level up this time round than when I started on Heaven's Ward and getting from 50 to 60. It didn't take so much of a time now,
Mm.
which is great. The story in it is very good.
Okay.
It's just basically this kind of uprising. There's these you have to sort of try to liberate the this land Alamigo from the clutches of from the Gallian Empire, and the main attack is called Xenos Vangelis,
Okay.
which is a pretty awesome name. And also, like along the line, you're also trying to liberate Doma, so you know, are from the Empire as well. That's like another one.
Mm.
It's like you go through it as well in the story as well through Doma Castle, and like this one's more of a like kind of Asian theme, like Japanese, kind like ancient Japanese theme, because like the certain locations are kind of like very reminiscent of like feudal Japan, look like the way feudal Japan looked and stuff like that,
Mm.
and like some of the music you hear, like some of the music, the themes you hear, is like very kind of very Japanese. So it is. It's pretty awesome. So it is. I really love it. Um, like I said, I just can't stop praising this game though. It's
Yeah.
just I really enjoy it though, and definitely. I know it's not for everyone. I know you tried. It's like okay, at least you gave it a shot,
Yeah.
Dennis. I'm happy with that though. Like you give it a shot. It's like it's not for you. Like maybe if you play it on PC, you might have it an easier time, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
But if it's just not for you, then that's fine. Like Derek got into it though, and
Mm.
he's like, I don't know, he might stop playing it now, but he did play, a bit of it now, and he's up to 40 as well now with his class, his Lancer slash Dragoon class. Was like, yeah, he's played a good bit of it though, and he seems to like it though, but I don't think I think he said he might be getting a bit burnt out too.
Okay.
Burnt out with it now as well. So it's like, okay, yeah, I can understand.
Hmm.
I'm still playing it though, but I'm not playing it like, hours and hours and then I tend to like, jump on, play it for like a couple of hours maybe, and then just like jump off again.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, I've done my stuff for the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a great expansion though. It's like, so this is my favorite MMO now. Like I've played a lot of
Yeah. You
MMOs.
played a ton.
Like I played like Final Fantasy XI was actually the first MMO I ever played on the 360 version. I've played World of Warcraft. I played Lord of the Rings Online. I played the Old Republic. I played loads of them, but this is the one that I've just fell in love with though. It's the first one I ever actually maxed a character in.
Hmm.
I've gotten the expansions. I just continue playing it though. I'm in a good guild at the moment though. Just absolutely just can't get enough of this game though. It's just fantastic, and looking forward to the first 24 player raid when it comes out in a lack of months time to do, and because they're one of my favorite things to do in Final Fantasy 14. Or like when new expansion, like the first when the Realm Reborn came out, there's no like raids.
Hmm.
But then when during like they have like every couple of months they have like a content update,
Okay.
like new patch updates, like 3.1, 3.2. They're like it's like 4.01, 4.05 I think is the current one at the moment or something, I believe. But then like there's the big content updates are like each are 4.1, 4.2, 4.3.
Hmm.
I'm looking for like post like the post Realm Reborn. There's like these three there's like three raids. They're 24 player raids, so you have like 3 teams of 8 doing this raid, and they're pretty much like bigger versions of dungeons, pretty much like longer. Like there's more bosses and like, and I really enjoy doing them. And Heaven's Ward had 3 of them, and then Stormblood would probably eventually have 3 of them as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to doing them when the time comes. But yeah, that, like I say, I've played a few other games. I'll mention them now in a bit though. But that's pretty much been what I've been playing the most
Yeah,
of
that's
for the
been
last
your
month or so.
go-to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my go-to game. Like we already talked about Zelda at length. I already give my thoughts on it though, so I'm not gonna say anything more. We already talked about it. Um, you never touched it. You didn't play the Destiny 2 beta, didn't you? Not.
No, I didn't play. I watched like the quick look, and I watched the couple of other people play the raid, and I was like, okay, well,
Oh, you mean the
the
strike?
strike, yeah, sorry. So I've seen what I have to see. I don't want to see more. I'll get the game when it comes out, and you know, I don't need to play that part of the story because it's going to be in the full game anyway, and I don't need to, play the strike. I'll play it when it comes out. I'll play with you guys. So I didn't really download the demo or whatever. So
Yeah, I just play. I played the beta though. I played
yeah,
the that mission, and then I played the strike with Derek there the other day, and like the strike's very good indeed. So
yeah,
it is. It's
it looks
very
good.
enjoyable. I just kind of whereas the first Destiny had like a bunch of missions, so it did in a strike or whatever. This one just like all you have is like a mission and a strike. It's like okay,
Hmm.
kind of wish there was just like maybe another mission or two to do, but all there is that the strike, and if you care about it, the Crucible, the competitive multiplayer
Yeah,
stuff, which I've never
I don't
been a
really
big
care.
fan
Hmm.
of in Destiny though. Like the only time I did it though is when I was like kind of necessary to do them to get some of the exotic weapons and some of the quest
Yeah,
lines. You had to do some Crucible stuff, but other than that, I just could not care less. But I know people love the Crucible,
yeah, I know.
but I rather it's not for
And you
me.
get no,
But
you
yeah,
get no drops, right, from the story in the strike? Like absolutely nothing.
no, I got weapons at the end of the strike.
Oh, you did? Okay.
He did quit. He did get equipment no, but like I said, it's just a beta though. So
Yeah.
like I don't know if we're gonna get little wee extra item now for taking part in the beta now when the full game comes out now or something along those
Hmm.
lines. But yeah, I'm getting this game anyway. Of course, it's like one of my most anticipated games for the rest of the year. Like I love playing Destiny. Like now I'm not as into it as much as Derek
Yeah.
is
He loves it.
because he loves it. Like I love it as well. Like I played a good bit of Destiny. I played a lot of the Taken King, pretty much as maybe much as Derek
Hmm.
did. But after like the Rising Iron, I played a bit of, but then I kind of dropped off out of it pretty quickly. Those compared to him, like I was like, yeah, it's just not enough here to warrant it. Like it's like yeah, and I like in order to get, I had to do like if I wanted to do the raid, I have to grind and grind and grind. But as a kid, I already have Derek to play with. Like I don't have anyone else to play, and like that's the thing. Okay, I need four more people to do a raid, and what's the point of we have another person? I
Hmm.
know who plays this, constantly.
Yeah.
But thankfully, Destiny 2 has that whole thing now where you can, group up now with other people doing raids, which should have been in the first place, to be honest. Should have
Yeah.
been long before now.
A lot of people saying this is real Destiny that's coming out, like how it was supposed to be originally.
Yeah, I guess so. From what they've been saying during like that presentation a couple of months
Hmm.
back, it's like I'm looking forward to it anyway. Like I said, the gameplay still fun as hell. Shooting just feels so tight. Just it's like one of my favorite playing first person shooters I've ever as well.
Yeah.
It just feels so fun to like go and zoom down the iron sight or something, just shoot a an enemy and get a headshot, and just like the satisfaction of hearing that sounds like
Yeah.
psh, whatever,
The wet
and getting
sound,
the
like,
headshots.
yeah.
Yeah, just something so satisfying about it in this game more than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
It's
gonna be
just,
getting it the full game for sure.
yeah.
Play some with you guys.
The only thing that sucks is that it comes out a week after Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah, that's right. But apparently Kiwami isn't that long, unless they added a ton of stuff. It's not supposed to be
It'll
long.
still be long though if you want to do like some of the side stuff.
Side stuff, yeah.
Yeah, like the sub stories are not there. Like I don't think there's the whole. I'm not sure if there's anything in that now is like equivalent to like the real estate or like the the cabaret club stuff in Zero
Hmm.
now. those little wee
Yeah,
storylines now.
unless
But
they
I'll
add
just
him,
wait. I'll have to wait
which
and
I doubt.
see.
But Majima's not around,
Yeah,
so I don't. Well, he's there, but he's not
yeah, that's the
playable.
only thing I know is new, kind of sort of included in this
Majima
version. Is that
everywhere.
whole Majima everywhere thing where he randomly pops up and you fight
Yeah,
him,
it looks
which is
it
pretty
looks
cool.
insane.
But yeah, but other than that, I don't know what else they've added though. Like if they added new sub stories or whatnot now.
Did you watch the Giant Bomb last Friday? The extra stuff they did for Yakuza Zero.
I watched some of it now.
I really did not enjoy that. I didn't think they would just sit down and watch videos for the entire fucking thing, pretty much.
They did a bit of gameplay though at the start, but then they just watched videos for the rest of it, didn't they?
Yeah, they did gameplay for what, maybe a half an hour, maybe, or something like that. They did one shot of the cabaret stuff. They didn't touch the real estate, and I think they did one side thing, and that's pretty much it. I think they didn't. They really did not do a whole lot. Then they watched YouTube videos for pretty much 90 minutes. So I found that to be really, really underwhelming. I thought they would sit down and, do the cabaret stuff and do the real estate stuff and go through all the.
The only problem I have with the cabaret stuff is they didn't really have a whole lot of women though, as far as I can recall.
Well, there is a story. Did you finish the cabaret stuff?
No, I mean in terms of like the women that had available, like they didn't have a whole lot to
Yeah,
choose from,
exactly.
like their selection.
Exactly.
The problem is they had to do a bunch of side sub stories. There's some sub stories that tied to getting some of those women,
Yeah, and you go to
and
the
also you
shrine.
find them around Sotenbori as
Hmm.
well. Like that you come across some of them, and it's like, oh, I want this here. There's certain items. Like, okay, I get this item, and then you give it to him. And so okay, I'll come join you
Hmm.
then. And also the one, the what the fuck was it, the with the like temple shrine thing you
Yeah,
spend your CP
that's what I
on.
did.
You
Yeah,
get a bunch of them there as well.
that's what
Yeah,
I did. I maxed out
so
that
yeah,
completely.
yeah, I think I got all of them in that there as well. So yeah, I had like loads to choose
Yep.
from. So I did.
They only had a handful
Yeah,
of ladies.
like I probably had maybe about 15 to 20 of them, maybe like around that
Yeah.
number.
And if you do the like if you max it, you do the cabaret thing, and each time you take over
Yeah, you get a new
you
platinum
get a new
girl.
platinum
Yeah,
girl and then you train her and all that.
yeah,
So yeah, they
yeah.
missed out on a bunch of stuff. They didn't do the telephone stuff at all. So, you know,
They never did any of them at all.
they
Like
did do one.
none
They
of
did
the.
one of them, which they saw through, which is more than me because I didn't even know that existed until you told me that you could do that. But yeah, they did one of those and then they didn't bother to
Oh
go
yeah,
back
it's
to
one of
it.
those little telephone sub stories. Then
Yeah.
yeah,
So I think that, it was very underwhelming as a conclusion. Especially since Kiwami is not that close to being released. They could have done,
it's not a month.
yeah, they could have done a couple of, supplemental 2-hour things each week. So I don't know. They kind of rushed it.
But they're not gonna play this like straight away now anyway. Like I don't know when they're gonna start on
Yeah,
this
Alex
still.
said they're not gonna play it right away. They're gonna wait a while.
Yeah, yeah.
So I thought it was very underwhelming, to be honest.
Did you watch the whole thing now, like the whole series?
Yep, I watched every episode, everything.
I only watched like the first 5 or 6, and I also watched the finale.
Okay. Yeah, at one point it's like people want us to rush through it, so we're gonna rush through it. Why do you do that? I don't understand why they did that. It's kind of weird.
Because the fact is, if they're gonna keep doing the sub stories, they would have been fucking playing until the end of the year at this point.
Yeah, I know, but
Like they started playing in what, February or
hmm
something? I think it was maybe February. Was it what? It was episode what 22, 23. It was the finale. Yeah, so it was pretty much like what February. I think they started on.
Yeah. They didn't do some
So
for I think 1 or 2 weeks. They
yeah, like one or 2 weeks that didn't do it.
so yeah. I mean, they should have done it at least twice or 3 times a week, like they used to do with Persona and uh, Deadly Premonition. They should have done that.
No, it wasn't a daily premonition. It wasn't that like every day because it was an endurance run. It wasn't endurance runs like every day.
Yeah, it was every day. Every day was Deadly Premonition was every day. Yep. Like yeah,
And Shenmue and that as well was every like not every like every day. There was like every weekday.
yeah. I don't know why they didn't do that with this game, and they all love that game, so I don't know why they didn't do it.
I'm just waiting for them to do Shenmue 2 endurance run.
I don't know if they're gonna do it.
Nah, because I know Vinny wasn't a big fan of that game. I don't think.
Yeah,
But like if you do play like if you do look at Shenmue 2, then you know like it isn't a big improvement over the first game
hmm
because there's more to do, and also like you don't have the whole like if you want to get to a certain like it says you can skip time in this one rather than like in the first one you had to fucking you know pad it out with by doing like going to the arcade all the time or just walking around and stuff like that. Whereas there are points in this here where you can just go to the location or something. And I was like, hey, I'll just wait here, and then you could skip time,
hmm
which is just a big improvement in that
Yeah.
game. That's like one of the main reasons why I love the second one more than the first.
hmm And who knows when we're gonna see the third?
Yeah,
That could be a far way down the line.
they're doing something in Gamescom though, but they're not like presenting it over like but they have something there in the business thing, and like they'll be announcing something to the backers from it as well.
Okay. Probably
But
more
not sure.
more things if you get higher in the backer thing. Hey, we give you this, we'll give you this, we'll give you this.
I just hope I get the stuff though. Anyway, like I did that. Was it the $100 one? I think it was, or 160. I think which one? I think it was the $160 one. I did now,
Okay.
which is like the get a trial version of it. Like the game itself, of course, and like a few other bits and bobs.
Did you see the guy that put up the video for Mighty Number 9?
Yep, that that bloody shit show of a
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
That
A year later.
that was
That's how
insane.
bad it is. That game came out a year ago, and only now people are getting their backer awards. And the fact is, oh yeah, he gets the cardboard thing. One, you have to put it up yourself as like a cardboard thing, and two, if you get the Famicom style box, the manual comes with it doesn't fit as
That's
well.
great.
It's like ridiculous.
That's really fantastic. That's some good.
At least I only paid £7 for that game on CD keys
That's
though,
a good
so
planning.
I don't feel ripped off. And that game's not that great anyway. So yeah, it's a big bomb of a Kickstarter now.
I'm
And
never gonna back a video game on Kickstarter.
just fingers crossed that Shenmue 3 and is not the same, goes the same way now. It's the only one I'm ever going to do though. It's like I was the only one. If I see Shenmue 3 on Kickstarter, that is the only one I have ever was going to back. And I did back it, and it's the only one I'm ever going to back.
I really hope for your sake that it's not a shit show. I really hope.
No, I hope not as well.
And it doesn't come out in 2025 or something.
Yeah, like got put back to 2018. The second half of 2018 was like, yeah, I know it wasn't going to come out in December 2017 anyway. Like I pretty much knew that.
Yeah.
That was a foregone conclusion. Like I would have been shocked if it did make its actual estimate date. Like that's the case with most, if not all, Kickstarters anyway. Would have like that's why it's an estimated delivery date.
Yeah.
But most of the like 99% of the time that's like always going to be um the wrong date
Like me
anyway.
with my Switch. I ordered it and they were supposed to deliver it the day after. And I got it like 2 days
Yeah,
later. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
I even I emailed Amazon. I emailed the delivery service. I emailed Amazon, like I waited a day. I emailed Amazon and they were like, "Oh, we're sorry. We're going to extend your Prime membership to another full month and blah blah blah. And we're very sorry if you don't hear from them, if you don't get your package, get back to us." So I was like, "Okay." Then the day after I hadn't gotten it, so I wrote to the shipping company. I said I want my package now. If I don't get it, I'm gonna do something else and try to get it faster, something like that. They kind of threatened them a little bit, and lo and behold, like a couple of hours later, ding dong, hey, here's your Switch. How you doing?
Don't, please don't hurt us.
They got the email and they probably said, "Oops, okay," because it said it was on the truck, out for delivery, for 3 fucking days. It was on the truck, out for
Wow.
delivery.
Okay.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
What the truck parked somewhere and the driver fell asleep or something, or just left it in like the big depot or
Yeah,
something?
maybe. Or they probably thought it was on the truck, but it was back at the depot still. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Once I sent that email, they like a couple of hours later, ding dong, here it is. There you go. Okay, that's cool. I wanted to start my vacation with that, but I got it a couple of days later, which kind of sucked a little bit, but whatever. I got it anyway. So what other games did you play?
I played and finished a game that I was definitely going to get though. Anyway, I was meaning to get for quite some time now. It was been out a few months now, but I was waiting. I saw it on PSN on sale. It was like under 10 quid. I was like, "Yep, I'm definitely going to get this now." And that is Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap, which is a remake of an old Master System game of the same name that came out in 1989, and I was 4 years old.
Well, okay. That's been a while.
Yeah, that's when it originally came out. Yeah, this is a remake of a very old game at this point. I actually do remember playing the original back in the day though. Like I got my Master System when I was 7, 92, on my 7th birthday party. I remember that this was one of those games I did play or rented out or something along around that time. I remember really liking it, but I never finished it.
Hmm.
Um, and this and I've seen the remake of this, like footage of this game come out, like I think it was last year or like early this year, and it's like I really like the look of the style of this game. I love the animation of it. It looks really nice, and like I was going to get it though. But like I think it came out though. I don't know what I was playing at the time. I think I was probably playing Horizon still or something
Okay.
else. Um, I was like, yeah, I'm just probably gonna wait and see this for it to go in a bit cheaper, and then find it was like 15 quid or something, I think. Or no, I think it was 16 quid on PSN, and then it came out in the Switch. I was like, I might get this on the Switch,
Hmm.
but then it was 18 quid on the Switch. It's like, okay, why is it £2 dearer on the Switch than anywhere else? Then I just then I saw it on PSN there for like £9 odd, and for sale. I was like, I'm gonna get it now, and played and finished it, and it's a very good game. Like it's definitely, you can definitely tell it's a very old school game in that it's very early reminiscent of kind of a um Metroid slash Metroidvania game. It's a very early example of one of those kind of games now where you're in this like kind of world, and there's like these certain locations you go to, but it's not a whole lot. Like you start off in this castle, and you actually are like human,
Hmm.
and then you fight this boss, the Mecha Dragon, and once you beat that boss, there's just cursed upon. goes on you, and all of a sudden you're changed into like a dragon or lizard man. It is, and that's like kind of why it's called like the dragon's trap. And like each of the bosses are a different dragon, where you fight a zombie dragon, or you fight a daimo dragon, or you fight you fight a flipping like vampire dragon or
Okay.
whatever. It's like there are different types of dragons you fight. A pirate dragon, or like they're the different bosses in the game pretty much. And every time, like first of all, you get changed into a lizard, and you can't switch. You can't like go back to human now. It's okay. That's why it's like the dragon's trap. There's also a version of it for the TurboGrafx 16 called Dragon's Curse
Okay.
as well, which I actually never get on the virtual console. I played a bit of as well, but I never finished it either. And every area you go to, you play through as a different character. But there's, of course, there's certain areas you can't access because I'm not that because each of the different animals is they basically come different animals. You can't access because you need certain animals' ability. Like, oh, you go to the left of the village. After you do that, escape the dungeon out there, you go to this village place. Oh, you go to the left. Oh, there's this big wall. These like checkered wall. Oh, I can't access that. And the reason is you can't access it is because I'm not the mouse yet, because the mouse has the ability to cling onto the wall and climb up it, and therefore once you get changed into the mouse, I can go to that area then next and climb over that wall. And that's like the early sort of signs of a Metroid game. Like Metroid came out before this anyway, but this is that's pretty much one of the earliest examples of the kind of Metroid/Metroidvania genre.
Hmm.
So it is anyway in this game. And also it's like, I can't. There's these blocks as well that can't be broke.
Okay.
Oh, I need to become the lion, and that's another. Once I become the lion man, then I can basically use my sword. Oh no, actually no, sorry. You have to get a certain accessory, the thunder ring, in order to break these blocks.
Okay, so you
and then
change
you can
between
access.
animals and stuff.
Yeah, but you get but every time you defeat a boss, another little wee curse comes out, and then you change it to the next one. So you start off as like human, or like a human boy or human girl. You could choose the gender. Then once you defeat the first boss, the Mecha Dragon, then you get changed into a lizard. And once you defeat the next boss after that, you get changed into a mouse. The next boss after that, you get changed into a piranha, like a fish pretty much. The next one after that, you get changed into a lion.
Sounds nuts.
Then another one after that, you get changed into a hawk. And then once you defeat the final boss, then you get changed back into human again. So you
Okay.
do. But there's these certain little points in the game, like once you get the ability to you say break these little blocks. There's this room in the village you can enter, and there's this block on the left. And you jump up on it and it breaks, and it's like this question mark pops out. I was like, okay, there's this door appears then. Oh, I'll just go into this then, and then there's this room that basically you can switch between them then. Oh, I'm lizard man I'm at I'm lion man at the moment. Okay, I need to change back into mouse. So you just go through it there. But also there's a weapon called the Tasmanian sword that you can find and collect. You buy from a shop that makes you, if you have that equipped, you basically jump and press up and square, and you can switch between the different animals that way as well. It's basically a lot easier and a lot simpler. And I don't know if that was in the original now, that weapon, or not. I'm not sure. But it's just a very more convenient way of getting through certain areas where having to go all the way back to like the village to change that way, or like with a certain other area in the game now. And the thing I love about this as well is it's like you can switch between the remake graphics and the original.
Okay.
And also you can change it for the modern soundtrack and its modern sounds, and you can change it into the classic, the retro soundtrack and the retro sounds. And also you can mix and match. Like I can play this with the new graphics, but I can play it with the old soundtrack, and
Oh, that's cool.
play with the old soundtrack of the old graphics when I play with the new soundtrack and
Hmm.
switch and mix and matching out there. It's pretty cool though, and it's like seamlessly as well. So it's like a little wee Slayer just comes and like it's instant as well, which is just like
Yeah.
fantastic. Like it's a great game though. Like I just remember enjoying playing it back in the day though, and like I just finally finished it now, and like it's just a it's not a long game. It's like you can finish it in like several hours, like 3 to 5 hours.
Okay.
Um, and also and included in this remakers is these like are unknown areas, which are like there's an area for each different animal you get, and they're like kind of like these hard little areas now, and they're pretty much it's best not to do them until you like get the sort of best equipment for the in the game,
Hmm.
because if you go in there with like crappy armor or shield though, you get hit by an enemy, you're pretty much going to like use half your health in like one hit, and like, oh great, I lost half my
Yeah.
health, I'm not going to do this area. So it's best to get like I get the legendary armor, get the legendary shield. And that's kind of like the best armor and stuff in the game. And it's like, okay, now I can do these areas without getting hit like once and like losing half my health or whatnot now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I
Great
really
game.
like I did really love it. Like it's a great game. Like I recommend you check it out though once it's on sale. Like it's on PC, it's on Switch, it's on Xbox One and PS4.
Hmm.
So it is. So I recommend you check it out though if you're into those old school games. Like I definitely loved it, so I did.
Yeah. That's cool.
Um, the only other game I really played is the Surge demo. Like I've
Oh
tried
yeah.
the demo of it
Did you like
now.
it?
On I was enjoying it until the game decided to crash on me.
Okay.
I was playing it for about 30, 45 minutes or so. It was between 30 minutes and an hour anyway. I was just playing it long and all of a sudden it's not like one of those just crashes the desktop now. It just basically just game just crashed. It was like the music and sound and all that was still playing, but the game just like froze.
Okay.
And all of a sudden I could not even exit the game, or I couldn't go to Taskmaster, or Alt F4 or everything like that or anything like that
Hmm.
now. I couldn't do anything like that now. I had to you know, basically do a restart, force restart pretty
Wow.
much
Okay.
on my computer.
That's weird.
And Derek pretty much said to me he had to do it, it crashed on him like 3 times or so during his playthrough of the game.
Yeah.
So it's not
I
just
also heard it
it's just
wasn't
not
very
my
stable.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just like I don't have a lot of problems at the time with games. Like sometimes it's just like I practically play Final Fantasy XIV like non-stop,
Hmm.
and it never really crashes on me. Like the only time it crashes on me is because for sure, like if it's on the screen at the moment, and if I decide to go to a different HDMI port because I have this HDMI
Hmm.
switcher. Say I'm on the PC, it's going to switch to the PS4 to like turn it off or something, and then if it goes back to that, for some reason it just crashes
Yeah.
then because that's the only time it crashes.
It's probably because
As
it's
if I
not the
go to a
same.
different,
Probably not the same settings and
yeah,
visually.
yeah. That's just the thing. That's the only time if I switch from it to a different like HDMI switch.
Hmm.
That's the only time it happens. But other than that, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, the Surge is done by the guys that did the game Lords of the Fallen, which was this like very
Dark
medieval
Souls-ish.
like fantasy game. Yeah, Dark Souls like game. Um, I was looking forward to that game. I played a bit of it. I just didn't click with it though. I just found the combat not as
Hmm.
good as it was in Dark Souls. Just found it a bit slow and clunky. And I played this here, and I found the combat in this one to be a bit
Hmm.
better. It's not as good as like it's still not as good as like Dark Souls combat though, but it is better, and therefore I'm more interested in playing through this than I am Lords of the Fallen. And like Derek said, it's like 20 or so hours, so it's not a very long
Yeah, I
game
heard it's not very long. Yeah.
in comparison to like Dark Souls and the like
Hmm.
now. So I'll definitely get it. It's actually on sale now at the moment. It's a weekend sale, it's 33% off. I don't know if I'll get it now. I might leave it until I find it for if it. I'll probably leave it till it's the sub £20
Hmm.
mark, and then I'll probably jump on it
Yeah.
though. But yeah, it's a I enjoyed it what I played though. It's like this you play this guy who actually starts off in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and he has like he become like get these like kind of mechanized like legs and arms not there and like walking not there, so it is. It's like this kind of pseudo sci-fi game.
Yeah, I saw Vinny play some of it. I saw the start and everything, like the story background and all that.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good game for what I play of it though. I'll definitely be checking it out though, but not at the moment
Yeah.
though.
I'm not getting a Souls game anymore.
Yeah, you're tapped out in
Yeah,
souls.
I played well, we almost finished
We
Bloodborne.
almost finished Bloodborne together though. I still don't know why we never did. You were pretty much near the end of
Hmm.
it. You're like I think you're pretty much right like at the final area of the game, so you
Yeah.
were. I think you just had to do like two more bosses and then you're at the final boss.
Well, okay. That was pretty close.
Yeah. And then
Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3, you just
I beat the first boss
you
and I was
just
like,
really
"Hey, well, after that
yeah,
didn't go any further."
yeah, because you needed to rely on me and you didn't have any of the embers left. It's like, yeah, I waited like one or two, I'm
Yep.
done. I can't join people, I can't summon people, so I'm
Yep,
screwed.
pretty much. So, and it was on PC. You couldn't share. Like if it was on PS4, you probably could have shared, like share play.
Yeah, the PS4 share and basically play the game for
Yeah.
you.
At least get me through that area until we find a, what is it, a blood shard, or I can't remember what it is to summon
Amber,
Ember. Yeah.
Amber to like become human, or like Amber or to like summon people or something like yeah. Some people actually have gone back to Bloodborne in my timeline, like
Really?
Ben and yeah, and Liam. They've like Liam started on and like Ben Rowan he started playing it again, so he has. So that's like yeah, and like I've actually gotten an itch to go back to it as well though, but even though but the thing is I need to install it and download it again because I haven't got on my PS4
Hmm.
anymore. But I have a bit of an itch to play it as well.
Yeah,
Um,
I thought they
that's
were gonna announce Bloodborne 2 this year at E3, but
nah.
didn't happen.
No, I'm not surprised they didn't make an announcement though, because it's like, yeah, heck, they had three games out for the last 3 years. Like they had their earned their break.
Yeah.
They had like Dark Souls 2014, Dark Souls 2 2014, Bloodborne 2015, and Dark Souls 3 2016.
Yeah.
It's like okay, they can they can have a year off.
Yeah, exactly.
They made three great games in the
Yep.
process. So yeah, like that's pretty much it now. As far as I can be playing though,
Hmm.
I don't can't recall anything else now.
Yeah, I can't recall anything either. Pretty much all Switch stuff. And I guess Game of Thrones is back.
Yeah,
Been 2 episodes of 7 that I've played so far,
yeah,
which were I guess good episodes.
yes, I enjoyed them.
I wouldn't say they were great, but yeah, they were pretty good. Like the start of the first episode was pretty much a great start to the season.
Yeah, like I think a lot of people, I like myself included, I actually thought that was a bit of a flashback.
Yeah.
But then, like once you come along, like and once you heard what he was saying, it's like okay, this is not actually Walter Fraser, it's actually Arya in
Yeah.
disguise. But like I thought when it's first show, was like okay, wait a minute, is this a flashback or something before he got killed or
Hmm.
whatnot?
Yeah, when he said
But no,
he
it was
started saying let's share some wine, I was like, no, that's not Walder. That's probably an area disguised.
oh yeah,
So there was a good opening. That episode had the controversial Ed Sheeran cameo.
oh my goodness. I did not know how fucking bad that was going to be. Like, holy
Yeah,
crap.
that got pretty fucking bad.
I don't know why, though. Like, what the hell? He makes a cameo and all of a sudden just people are just going really nuts about it. Like, holy
Yeah, people
crap.
lose
Like,
their shit
okay.
for. I thought it was a bad cameo, for to be honest, but I mean, you could have just sang and said nothing, and it would be, perfect. But it's just maybe because he started talking and he talked to area and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he didn't have a whole lot of lines, though. Like, he maybe, like, had one or two lines. Like, the other guys talked more than he
Yeah.
did. But, like, it's just some people just, like, jeez, it was, like, the worst thing ever. It's, like, fucking goddamn Game of Thrones for it or
Hmm.
something. And it's like, okay, it's not the first time there's been a cameo on it, though.
No, there were.
Like, he's probably one of the more recognizable ones, but been other
There's been other
cameos.
musicians were on there, like
Yeah.
Child of Bodom or something like that, were there.
Yeah, like one of the like Coldplay guys was on it or something as
Mastodon.
well. And yeah.
So
So yeah.
I mean, they're less recognizable. Maybe the Coldplay guys are a little bit more recognizable, but Ed Sheeran is very recognizable. You know, so
Hmm.
I guess that got people riled up pretty much. It was a bad cameo for sure, but I mean, I don't know why people had so much hatred for it. Like people just fucking
Yeah.
lost their shit over that. It's like, okay, calm down. It's just a
Yeah,
cameo.
I just completely did not understand the vitriol for that there. When I was like, okay, it's like, okay, when I heard him sing, like, is that Ed Sheeran? And then seen it, I was like, oh, it is Ed Sheeran. This is before I actually, actually see him properly on screen. But and then I just watched it. I was like, okay, like I didn't really think too much of it to be honest. And then like the next day on Twitter and out there, just seeing people going like seeing like articles or like some people going nuts about it. It's like, okay, why are you going really nuts about this here? Okay, it was like a bit of a cameo. It wasn't necessarily a memorable or
Yeah.
great one though. But
And he actually deleted his
do you,
Twitter after that. So that's,
yeah, for he temporarily deleted, I
yeah, I think
believe.
he's back now or something. So,
And then people, and then he did the things that he didn't delete his Twitter because of that. There was like, okay, he did delete his
yeah,
Twitter because of
exactly.
that. That's
Oh, no,
like,
no, I didn't do it for that. Yeah, whatever. You're lying. But yeah, it was Williams who invited him to be a part of the show because she loves his music and everything. So
okay.
yeah, I don't know.
I like Ed Sheeran. Like I know, like I like his stuff. Like, I'm not like a big fan of him now, but I like his songs. Like I wouldn't go out and buy his album now or anything like that now. But like most of the singles I've heard of his, I
Yeah, he's
like.
all right. I mean, he's not
Like
great,
he's
but
he's
you know.
he's yeah, he's one of the few like mainstream artists out there actually can tolerate
Hmm.
though
Yeah,
nowadays.
Th-
Like most of the other
there are
ones,
way worse artists out there.
there's way worse mainstream artists out there than
Yeah.
him. He's more of the more tolerant ones, especially some of the music gets in the charts here. It's like holy crap, it's fucking
Yeah,
awful.
there's a lot of bad stuff going on right now. So bad music.
Like it's just I don't know what is the number. I don't know what's in the charts. Like what's number one in the charts now. But it's probably some collaboration with some dance thing and some other artist or something with a crappy song. It's usually that's the case. That tends to be the case in most of the number ones
It's
nowadays
probably
here.
that Despacito song. That's number one.
I think it probably is,
It's number one everywhere
which I
anyway. So
don't think I heard it though.
well, there's the Bieber version,
It's
which is garbage, and there's the original version which is much better. So
okay.
because he did an English version with Justin Bieber singing in English. So, and that's the one that's,
Oh, is the other one like in Spanish
yeah,
or
it's
whatever?
completely
Is
in
it?
Spanish. The other one, the
Okay.
original Despacito. But yeah, it's
I think I did heard the Bieber version now.
hmm
I don't know if I heard the original now.
and apparently because they sing a little bit in Spanish in the English version, and apparently he could not sing in Spanish at all. They did it live, and he could not sing. He completely forgot the words.
Who,
Yeah,
Justin Bieber?
so I
Okay.
was like, okay, well,
That's not a surprise.
yeah, it's I don't know, but yeah, I don't get the whole Ed Sheeran controversy. It was a bad cameo, but I mean, it's not something to freak out and stop watching Game of Thrones because of that or whatever.
Oh, hell no.
But yeah, the second episode was the battle at the end, which was pretty big. And now this Sunday, Jon Snow meets Daenerys.
Yeah. The meaning of ice and
Yep.
fire.
Well, it's actually fire and fire because he's actually a Targaryen. So,
Yeah. Guess so.
well, that's the whole thing of the baby and
But like, yeah, but he's ice though as well because it was Stark.
yeah, what's Lyanna Stark? Is it Lyanna Stark?
Lyanna Stark, yeah, Lyanna Stark. He's like ice and fire because it was Lyanna Stark and was it Aerys Targaryen
Yeah.
or Rhaegon Targaryen? I
Is
forget
he
the
is
name of
he
it.
his brother or his cousin or Daenerys's brother or I don't know how that works.
No, I think it's no, I think it's I think it's his. I think it's her aunt. I think that's Daenerys is actually his aunt
Oh, okay.
or something along those lines. So, because I watched the the GameSpot of Thrones thing
Okay.
where they go through each of the episodes, and I think that's what they were saying.
I know What Culture does one also, so I gotta watch
Okay,
that. I haven't watched it yet. It's
right.
Plumpy and somebody else who do
You're not gonna say Alan now. You're just gonna say
it.
Plumpy.
Well, he's still Plumpy. Gotta call him by his name. But yeah, I mean, second episode was the ending was very good. The third one is gonna, I mean, it's gonna go fast. It's only 7 episodes, so
Yeah, but the last few episodes, I think they're very long though. They're gonna be like over an hour long.
yeah, I heard the last one is
Like
90
I think that
minutes or something like that.
yeah, it's like 80. I think it's 80 odd minutes or
Yeah,
something. So yeah,
and next season is 6 episodes. So
yeah, and they're probably gonna be all like an hour or so
yeah, an
long,
hour and
maybe.
something. Yeah, for sure. They have to wrap everything up. So, and apparently the producers said that everything wraps up, like everything ends. So we'll see how it goes.
So that means the White Walkers come and just destroy everything. Then,
Probably they kill everybody.
yeah.
And I think Bran and like everybody's gonna come together. And the wow, what's his name? The guys at King's the Lannisters will get
Okay.
destroyed probably. That's what I'm thinking. Everybody's gonna is gonna
Get
band
their
together.
comeuppance.
They'll be left behind. I think that's what's gonna happen. It's already started anyway. All the families are kind of coming together now. Like the
Hmm.
Greyjoys are dead. The Freys are dead. So
Well, not Greyjoys are not
not
dead
the
yet.
Greyjoys. The what's the other family I want to just say? Tyrells. Yeah.
Tyrells. Yeah, Orlania's the only ones like left there
Yep.
now, and like the ones here, but like yeah, they got all killed. Like um, the father and Marjorie and that there, they got killed during that big septum
Yep.
explosion.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where the final 11 episodes go. See how that's gonna end up. Did you see Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think of it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw it Monday.
it's definitely the best Spider-Man film since two.
Yeah, that I agree with. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, And I think he's the best Spider-Man as well.
I think he's better than Tobey Maguire. He's more of a more of a teenager. At least they got a teenager to play a teenager.
Like, yeah, he's like, I think he's like 20, 21 or something.
He was 17 when he
Early
filmed
20s, anyway.
Spider-Man.
Was
Yep.
he?
Spider-Man was filmed before Civil War.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he was I think it was 17 or something.
So, wow, that was a few years ago
Yep.
then.
They were just waiting to put it all chronologically. So,
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, he's like 20, 21 now or something, I
Yeah.
think. But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's definitely that is the like strong point because he was a teenager. Like flipping Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, like they're in their like mid to late 20s, so they were when when they filmed.
Exactly.
I think they're supposed to be. He's supposed to be a teenager in it, like a high schooler. It's like, okay, get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Like, if you're going to get someone to play the high, at least get someone in like their early 20s at least,
Yeah.
at best, rather than someone who's like fucking nearly
Or
30.
somebody like Ralph Macchio who looks like a little kid, the guy that played a Karate Kid. He looked like a little kid when he was when he did the first one. I think it was like 30 something. And he looked like a little like 15-year-old kid. So, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was good, but apparently it had a big first weekend, but now it's been going down down 61% since last week. So
Right.
apparently people are not sticking around as much as the other Marvel franchises.
Mm.
So, well, it's pretty much Spider-Man burnout, right? I mean, there's been so many.
I guess in a way though, because this is like the fifth Spider-Man film and like the third kind of reboot or second reboot, pretty
Yep.
much. It's like, okay, it's the third different person to play Spider-Man now, and then like in a big film, like blockbuster film way
Mhm.
now. Like, I like the first two Spider-Man films a
Yeah.
lot. I know people hate all of them except for this one, but I like the first two. The third one had its moments. I'm not particularly fussed on any of the Amazing Spider-Man films, and I quite like this one. I thought Michael Keaton's role was very good.
Yep.
Some of the side characters were very enjoyable. I think like the side characters were probably best in like from any of them, because not a whole. They're like most of the side characters in the other series, in the other ones were forgettable.
Yeah, and the fact that Aunt
for
May
the
is
most
not
part.
an old lady,
Yeah, she's not an old lady in this
Yep.
one.
which is more accurate, I guess,
Yeah,
because I think
he's be teenage and
she's
yeah.
she's her father's sister, right? If I'm not
I
mistaken.
think so. Could be wrong, or the mother, or like it's thing. Yeah, and that's like okay. It's not like she's fucking what. He's supposed to be a teenager, like 15, 16, 17, and she's what 60 odd or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not right. Yeah, I think it's more accurate. This Aunt May is more what she would look like when Peter's 15 or 16, you know? So, yeah, I think it's better. It's better this way, but people don't seem to be gravitating around it more than the others.
And also, it's not just because out there. It's also because I think people are getting a bit like someone did say it on I followed on Twitter though. It's like it's a good thing, but I'm getting a bit fatigued with the Marvel films though, which is like yeah, I can understand that. I still enjoy watching them. I still enjoy going to them, but I can understand people getting a bit burnt out on them because like
Yeah.
there's several of them come out each year
Yeah, there's
now.
like, what, 3 or 4 this year? Something like that.
Like there's three this year: Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man: Homecoming, and Thor: Ragnarok. And not to mention the two DC films, the Wonder Woman and Justice League
Yep.
this year as well. There's like 5
And there was
like
Logan this year
comic
also.
and Logan as well. That's
Yep.
six. Comic book / superhero films.
Yep. That's a fucking lot. I remember when we used to
Yeah,
have one per year, and that was it.
yeah, 1 or 2. Now it's like 6.
Yep, that's a lot.
I still think Logan's probably my favorite from this year
I
thus
still
far.
have to watch that. I think I'll watch it tonight. I still have to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's you haven't seen it. Yeah, that's definitely it's
Yeah,
very
I heard it
good.
was really, really, really good. I know what happens at the
Yeah.
end anyway, so. But yeah,
Oh, you know the
yeah,
spoiler.
I
Okay.
already know what happens. But I had it spoiled for me on Twitter, but whatever. It's my fault. I haven't watched it yet.
who
It's
who
my fault.
who spoiled it for you?
I don't remember who it was. Somebody just tweeted
Would it
something
be
and it was like, fuck, okay, well,
okay?
I know now, so whatever. I mean, it's my fault. I
Yeah.
haven't watched it yet. It's been a couple of months.
But I kind of saw what was going to happen coming, though, especially like this is the last film, and like the way it was going, and during the film, it's like okay, like I would have been surprised if it didn't go this
Yeah,
way, and it just felt like a natural
yeah.
conclusion.
And the
So it
fact
did.
that they stated that somebody is not coming back for the movies, I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, unless he makes an appearance in Deadpool, which I doubt, but we'll
Nah.
see. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I didn't thoroughly dislike Batman versus Superman as much as some people did. I know some people just fucking hated that movie to death. I just, I was like, oh, it's not.
Did you see Suicide
No, I
Squad?
haven't watched it. I
Okay.
heard it's really bad, so that's why I haven't watched it. I heard the only good thing in that movie is Harley Quinn, pretty much. So I haven't really gotten out of my way to watch it. I'm waiting for it to go on Netflix or something. So
I haven't seen Wonder Woman either, though. Like I was meant to go see it in the cinema, just never
yeah,
did,
I kind of
though.
want to go see Wonder
It's
Woman.
I
Apparently, that's very, very good. So
but it's pretty much out of the cinema here now. It's like yeah, I'll just wait for it to come out in DVD now, which will be what October, November time
yeah,
maybe.
it's
'Cause it's
it's
usually
really
like
quick now. So
four. Yeah, it's like usually it's like 4 or 5 months after it comes out in cinema here they come out in DVD. I think it's shorter over
yeah, we're
there
here. It's
now.
2 months, and they're out.
Yeah, lucky, but it's like 4 or 5 months here, and then usually it comes out, and then like a lot of months later, it's on Sky here.
Hmm.
Then
But yeah, I'm interested in Justice League. Like I saw the Comic-Con trailer and it looks very good. And it's Kevin Feige who took over from Zack Snyder, so Kevin Feige who did all the Marvel stuff. So
really, that's who's talking. I know, yeah, Kevin Feige or
yeah,
Feige, yeah, he's the guy who does all like he produces or whatever the all this part. That's interesting.
yeah, because Zack Snyder, his daughter committed suicide.
Yeah, I know that though story though, but I didn't know like he was the one who took over
Yeah, and
now.
apparently he's not coming back. So it'll probably be Feige who takes over the franchise from now on. So that'll be interesting to see where he
Okay.
brings DC. So, there's a Flash movie coming, a Green Lantern movie, Aquaman standalone. They've announced Wonder Woman 2. So, the Batman movie, which is called The Batman. So, we'll see. I mean, I'm very interested in seeing Justice League. It looks pretty good from what I've seen. So,
Like the last DC film I watched was that Man of Steel.
okay.
Like I
I thought
haven't
you'd seen
seen
Suicide
Batman
Squad.
vs Superman.
No,
No, I
okay.
haven't seen it.
Well, yeah, I mean, as you said, there's way too many superhero movies coming out.
They make the big bucks
Yeah,
though.
they make a lot of money, but it's like an overdose of.
Yeah, but it's like you get burnt out now.
Yeah, I love them all. I mean, I love all the movies, pretty much all the movies, not all of them, but a good bunch of them that come out.
Yeah, there's most of the Marvel films I've liked though. There's maybe a couple I'm not really fussed on. Like I love Iron Man, the first Iron Man.
Hmm.
Like I'm just going about the whole MCU films now, not like the stuff before it now.
Yeah,
Like I loved Iron Man. Incredible Hulk was all right.
yeah,
Like I'll probably be near the bottom, so it would
yeah,
be.
pretty much here.
Iron Man 2 was all right as well. Thor and Captain America were, decent, good. Avengers was great. Iron Man 3 was, nah. I just didn't like the twist in that
Yeah, that
film.
was dumb.
It kind of, I kind of put me in a bad way. I was like, okay, that's the
Mm.
twist. Very good. Not. Uh, I like Thor: The Dark World, despite many people's
Yeah.
opinions. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, I absolutely love. It's one of my
Hmm.
favorites. Guardians of the Galaxy, I really like as well. What was it? 2015 was Avengers: Age of Ultron came out, which is good, but not as good as the original, the first
Yeah.
Avengers. Uh, what other? Is there anything else? Oh, Ant-Man was fine as well, but not one of the best ones in my opinion.
That's one of the worst for me,
Uh,
Ant-Man.
2016. What was out in 2016? Civil War. I liked.
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange. I liked. I know you
I wasn't,
didn't think too
yeah, I
much of
wasn't
it.
too fussed on the idea.
And then it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, which I quite liked as well. I very much liked it. And Spider-Man Homecoming, which is good. And I'm very much looking forward to Thor Ragnarok in October, November
Yep,
time.
that should be good. And then next year it's Infinity War.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one
And
for next year, right? No Black
no,
Panther.
Black Panther is out next year as well. And then it's Infinity War.
Is Captain Marvel out next year?
I think it is 2019, but I could be wrong. So
Yeah.
it is.
I know Infinity War has
I
two
know
parts.
it's.
Yeah, two parts.
Well, it's called Infinity War. This one, and then it was supposed to be originally. It was originally like Infinity War Part One, Infinity War Part Two, but this was called Infinity War, and then the next one's going to be a different title, and it hasn't been named yet.
Yeah,
And it's coming out the following year,
yep,
2019. But yet that trailer, holy crap! That leaked trailer
yeah.
looked. Ooh.
Yeah, I saw that. I said I want to check if there's a, because I heard the trailer had leaked. I was like, I gotta see this, and I was not disappointed. I'm surprised Marvel haven't released the full trailer yet. It's weird.
Nah, they'll probably do it eventually though, in like a few months'
Yeah,
time.
but yeah, that looks amazing. It looks really good.
Yeah, just everyone's in it now. Spider-Man, Guardians, Doctor Strange, just everyone's in it. Just like the
Captain
whole
Marvel.
camaraderie
Yeah,
together. Yep, to get face
yep.
Thanos.
It'll be really cool to see everybody in the same
Yeah,
movie.
like this is a combination of 10 years, pretty much.
Yep,
10 years of films.
yep. That's how they wrap up the what is it, Phase 3?
Yeah, Phase
Yep.
Three. It'll be those two Avengers films. Like I think that next Avengers film will probably be like the end of Phase
Hmm.
Three. Like it started Phase One was like Iron Man, and then the Avengers was the end of Phase One.
Yep. Yeah, Phase 1 they introduce everybody, and then you have the
Yeah,
Avengers.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they. I know that Robert Downey Jr. is not coming back, so I don't know if they're gonna kill off Tony Stark, Iron Man, or what's gonna happen. I know that he dies in the comics, so in during Infinity War, so I don't know what's gonna.
Or during this
Yeah,
storyline, during the Infinity War storyline, okay. So they probably would maybe do the same in the film then.
yeah, probably. But I think they bring him back because of the Infinity Stones. There's one that
Oh,
controls
okay.
time, so
Yeah.
I think they bring him back with that or something like that.
Okay.
because I think a bunch of people die from that in the comics. But now I don't know
Yeah.
who they're gonna kill off. Or,
Like there has to be some like big, like sacrifices now. And it can't be like, oh, everyone's gonna survive through this
yeah.
now.
And what's weird is that in the comic books, the Fantastic Four, especially Reed Richards, are a huge part of Infinity War. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, yeah, they're gonna have to. Like I heard rumors that they might like there might be some sort of like Marvel might, you know, make a deal with
Yeah,
Fox, but we'll just have to wait and
I heard
see.
rumors that they're not in Infinity War, but they will be in the
The
next one.
next film. Okay.
That's what I heard. So
Yeah.
they have to strike a deal. But they're just fucking destroying that franchise,
Yeah, like Fox are not doing a good job. Like that's another.
which is too bad because that franchise could be fucking huge. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like those first two films. I always seen the second one. I actually watched a good chunk of the first one. It's not great. The second one's crap, and I heard that reboot was really bad as
Yeah,
well.
the reboot's like two movies. Like you distinctly see the part where because they changed directors during the shooting, so
Okay.
you see the exact point where they changed directors, like it's a completely different film from pretty much like almost midway through the movie. It changes
You seen
completely.
it then? Did you?
Yeah, it's horrible. I do not recommend that movie to anyone. It is a horrible, horrible fucking movie. It is really bad.
What do you think of the X Men films?
The first couple, like X2 is amazing. The Last Stand, not the Last Stand, what is it called?
Yeah,
The
Last
Last Stand
Stand.
is X2?
No X2 X Men The Last Stand's the third one. X2 it's X Men X2. It's like X Men United or
Yeah,
something, and then X Men The Last Stand.
like the first one was good. The second one is amazing. The second X-Men movie is amazing. Um, the third one is garbage. It's really, really bad.
I like that one. No, I know you say like, okay, what the fuck, Darren? But like, yeah, because I remember you and Darren going, what? When I said that in another podcast long ago.
I really don't like that one. I like the reboot that they did, like the First Class.
Yeah, First Class and Days of Future Past. Have you seen Apocalypse?
Yeah, I have, and it's bad. It's a bad movie. Like the First Class and Days of Future Past are good, but the Apocalypse is pretty, pretty bad. It's a pretty bad movie.
And you think the first two Wolverine films are crap,
Yep,
don't you?
they're bad. They're pretty bad, especially the second one. It's just fucking dumb.
Well, you think the first one's bad, second one's bad, worse than the
No, I
first?
think the first one's better than the second one. Yep.
What? Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
The first, you mean the first standalone Wolverine movie? Yeah,
Yeah.
I th
You think it's the second one's better than the first one's better than the
yeah.
second? Oh
The
my
second one is the
goodness.
whole Japanese thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really enjoy that one.
The first one has fucking Will I Am in it, and you think that's better?
No, I mean, I don't really care for will.i.am at all, but
Oh jeez.
I mean,
I like that. I like the sec. I think the second one's decent. No, the first one I think is just the game of it though is great.
yeah,
The movie though is
yeah,
not. The tie-in game of the movie is
yeah.
much
Apparently, the
better.
video game is pretty good.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite games of that year.
Yeah,
It was just basically a God of War clone,
yeah,
but an enjoyable one at that.
yeah. I don't know that there's probably not going to be another X-Men movie. It's probably not going to be a Fantastic Four movie unless Marvel buys it from
There is another X-Men film happening.
Really?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's like they're going with like Dark Phoenix thing,
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
believe.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. And there's going to be a Venom movie, which I don't know. I don't know how that's going to be. It's a Sony-made movie, so we'll see.
Venom would only show up in the last 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, exactly. He won't transform until the very end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this year has been pretty good for Marvel. There's been good movies. Guardians 2 was great. Homecoming was great. So we'll see how good Thor is. Will lead us into Infinity War next year. So
No, Black Panther and Infinity
Black
War.
Panther and Infinity War, yeah. Black Panther does look good also, so it'll be a change of pace to have a new hero. Not always the same
Hmm.
people. So we'll see how that goes. So you want to end this now, or do you have other stuff to talk about?
No, that's pretty much it. I think we've gone run
Yeah,
its
two and a
course
half
though.
hours. Okay. I think
Yeah.
we're pretty much done. So
Yeah, like if I want to see it this week, I probably would have talked about Dunkirk though, but I haven't seen it yet though.
yeah,
So
all right.
I know Derek didn't think too much of it though, and I know it's been getting a lot of
Yep,
praise.
that's right. Has been getting a whole lot of praise. He saw that other movie with what is it? Blonde? Not Suicide Blonde. What is it? Atomic
Atomic
Blonde. Yeah,
Blonde.
he apparently loves that. So
Yeah,
I've been thinking of going to see that. I'll probably go see it sometime soon.
I seen that a Valerian one as well, which I like to see as
Yeah.
well.
So we'll keep you updated when we go see those movies. So that's it for this episode, I guess. So thank you, Darren. And
No worries,
we
Dennis.
are going to go play some video games. I don't know what we're gonna play, but we're off to play some video games, and we'll see you soon. I don't know when, but soon we'll talk more about video games.
Probably around September, maybe once the big games hit
Yeah,
come.
exactly. When Agents of Mayhem or stuff like that start coming out.
Yeah, Ages of Mayhem,
Kiwami.
Yakuza Kiwami, and Destiny 2 and that there
Yeah,
come out.
we'll have some stuff to talk about. Probably Derek will join us for some Destiny talk by then, and Kiwami also. So,
Yes,
so take
and I actually have to do a Final Fantasy XIV special with
yeah,
Eduardo
yeah.
still.
You still need to record that with him.
Yeah, so look out for it soon, sometime soon as well. I don't
Yeah,
know when.
when he's available. Pretty busy guy, though. We don't know when he'll be available. So, all right, thank you, Darren, and we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.